think it's going to go down to the wire here. We've got the Giants on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles here. And so Philly with the football here first. And so let's see how they do from their own 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and company getting ready to get this party started here. Let's see how they do. All right, so the Eagles line up in the shotgun to get things started here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back here. Hurts making adjustments. Takes a snap, gives it to Miles Sanders, and Sanders off the left guard. Gonna pick up 2 yards on the carry. Now we're looking at 2nd and 8 coming up here from the Philly 27-yard line. So we got 2nd down and 8 coming up. All right, 2nd and 8 here. Ball from their own 27-yard line. All right, we've got one back in the backfield here. Receiver goes in motion. That's A.J. Brown. Hurts snaps the ball. Play fakes. In the pocket. Has time. Throws it deep. Launches it. And is caught by Devontae Smith there. And he's going to take it to the Giants' 33-yard line. So already first play and a big play in a big way. How about that? And so, Braden, what's good with you? What's good with you? Braden says, hey, JB. Mike says, Hurts is fantastic. I mean, right out the gate, the second play of the game, and it's already a big chunk. You got Smith on one side. You got Brown on the other side. I mean, how about it? And so, Boto, what's good with you? And he says, fly, Eagles, fly. What's good with you? All right, here we go to the shotgun. They snap the ball here, give it to the tight end on the pass here. What a great play fake that was. And the tight end carries 3 passengers for about 8 yards on the play. And now we've got 2nd and short coming up here, 2nd and 1. And so let's see. Braden says Devontae Smith looks like he did at Alabama. Let's see. Mike says if this was only year 2, could he be the best? And so, hey, I mean, he's still getting better. Still getting better. All right, but we got 2nd and 1 coming up here. Multiple tight ends here. Going to line up in a shotgun. Two receivers towards the top of the screen here. Two tight ends at the bottom of the formation. Sanders is the back. Snaps the ball. Quick pass there, and it's caught again by Smith. Smith gets brought down by the cornerback this time, though. He's going to lose 2 yards on the play, and that is Jackson with the play. And so, JV, what's good with you? What's good with you? And we've got Kenneth here. Also, love the fact we got the gang getting here early, and already the Eagles are already here knocking on the door here. They're at the Giants' 21-yard line. Let's see what they do. But yeah, how are you guys doing? And so, but I am doing pretty good. But here we go, 3rd and 3. Shotgun formation here. Again, first drive of the game. So far, Jalen Hurts is 3 of 3 for 47 yards. Smith goes in motion. They snap the ball. Hurts looking, throws it. It's caught by Brown, and that's going to be a first down. First down, Brown. That's what they call him. Picked up 5 yards on the play. We got 1st and 10 right now, and we're going to see what Philly does here. But what a nice opening drive. But it only means something if you finish in the end zone. Absolutely. Let's see. Braden says your Buckeyes beat Iowa today in basketball. And so, Braden, I wasn't going to mention it mostly because my team has been slacking for like the last 5 years. But, we needed that win. We desperately needed that win. No doubt about it. Mike says thumbs up. Appreciate that, Mike. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, one tight end, one back. Snaps the ball at the last possible second. Hurts. He's going to keep it on the scramble. And got to go down. Good job going down and avoiding taking a contact here. Absolutely good job. We got 2nd down coming up here. He lost a yard on that play. 2nd and 11 coming up. Ball at the Giants' 22-yard line. And so one thing about the Eagles that I'm already noticing in the first drive is that when they snap the ball, there's usually 10 seconds or less on that play clock. Let's see. Mike says, let's get JB to 2K to 2.5K. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Mike says, I think Mahomes is best in the league and historically good. I'm highly concerned about that injury that he had earlier. That feels like something that's going to linger into next week. Meanwhile, Hurts snaps the ball out of the shotgun. On the move. He's going to scramble. Let's see. He picks up about 5 yards on the play, 5, 6 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd and short coming up here. 3rd and 5 from the Giants' 16-yard line. It's all about converting on 3rd down, but so far their decision makings have been pretty good so far in this drive. Let's see if they can convert another 3rd down here coming up. And so, Silas, what's good with you? What's good with you? Silas says, let's go Giants. And so, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the poll question up there so I can gauge who's going for who right now. All right, but we got 3rd and 5 coming up. But glad to have you here, Silas. All right, they're going to go 5 wide here. Hurts takes the snap. Giants are sending 4. He throws it by the tight end. And he's going to rumble in the end zone for a touchdown. Now, there was a defender that was supposed to be guarding him that just flat out hit the flow. I mean, he looked like he was on some ice skates out there and had no idea what he was doing. I mean, that was bad. I mean, Goddard got that one from the very beginning. Wow. Let's see. Braden says the shout out I gave you earlier this week, I don't think gave you more substance. So, hey, but I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. Absolutely, I appreciate it. Let's see. Eagles, Giants. All right, so I went ahead and put the poll question up there, and you guys let me know who do you think is going to win this one. Now, we just saw Philly went down there, get the touchdown here. We got the PAT attempt coming up here, and so this is just the opening drive. Opening drive took off a good amount of time there. We got about 10 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. Extra point is good, and so Philly came out, and their offense, they went to work. They went to work. Let's see, Mike says, I am looking forward to XFL.
Never let the away team.
Then the draft, JB. Hey, I'm looking forward to it too. You say you have no confidence Bills can beat the Bengals, let alone the Chiefs. So, hey, right now I am highly concerned for Patrick Mahomes in terms of his ankle and stuff like that, especially if you're going against a team that's going to generate a lot of pressure. That could really be an issue there. But we'll see how it goes. You know, that was a good contest between the Jaguars and the Chiefs there. But congratulations to the Chiefs. Even though Mahomes got banged up, though, you saw the fight in the team. They were not discouraged. They kept going. Absolutely. Let's see. Braden says, how far am I away from 2.5K? Let's see. Last time I checked, I think I'm at like maybe, if I had to guess, about 90, probably about 96. I think I lost a couple subs over the week, so I think about 96 away from 2.5. Let's see. Mike says Daniel Jones free agent. Game worth $250 million. And so, hey, this is a big game here. What I want to see is how this Giants team is going to respond here. But Philly did an excellent job here on his first drive. Jalen Hurts was 5 of 5 for 68 yards through the air. So he was just out there slinging the ball and just he made the good decision. When he goes out there and make decisions the way that he did there, this team is a scary team when he plays like that. Mike says, in hindsight, Lamar should have sat season out until he got the contract. And so you feel that way, Mike? You think that Lamar would have been better off just sitting out this year? I feel like he probably would have been better if he actually had, I don't know, a real agent representing him and stuff like that. That probably could have helped him out. But that aside, I feel like the Ravens, they don't have a choice but to give him the money. Because where do you go from here? If you don't stick with Lamar, where do you go from here? You sort of set up the team to where you kind of sort of are very reliant on Lamar. And if you go ahead and switch things up, that's going to cost a lot of people their jobs before you get it right. So, let's see. Braden says, okay. Silas says, Cowboys are playing the 49ers and the Jags lost. Yeah, the Jags did lose. And, hey, Cowboys and 49ers, I am looking forward to that game tomorrow. I will be streaming that game tomorrow there. And that is going to be one that I know is just going to have a lot of interest there. You're talking Cowboys, 49ers. Hey, sign me up for that matchup there. And I think it's going to be another great matchup. Yeah, that play opened up because old dude just fell on the play. But yeah, we'll get to see the Giants here for the first time offensively. I saw something last game from this team, a fight in them that really, if they can go out there in this opening drive and then match what Philly did, my goodness. But Philly went 8 plays, 75 yards in just under 5 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. Kickoff is now on the way, and we're going to see if the Giants can return this. Catches it from his own 1 yard line. He's at the 10, 15, 20, still running, and brought down at about the Giants' 24-yard line. So Daniel Jones and company will come out here now for the first time offensively today. And so right now, looking at the poll here, I see that there's a good amount of support here. Well, 2 out of 3 for the Giants so far in this one. Don't forget to cast your vote on who you think is going to win this game. All right, so here we go. Can Daniel Jones follow up on what he did against Minnesota last week? I'm sure a lot of people said he played great, but it was Minnesota last week. So we'll see how things play out here on this time. All right, so here we go out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives it to the back. Barkley plows forward there, picks up about 4 yards on the play. And I will ask a poll question probably at halftime. So just remind me, I guess, at halftime. But I will ask a poll question in terms of, I got a couple ideas of a couple different things of how I might go about this offseason differently and stuff like that. So I got to reach out to someone else who I know wants to do a YouTube channel and see if he's going to be down for my ideas as well. But I might try something different in terms of just breaking down more of the transactions rather than a bunch of small videos. Just probably do like one like either one large recording video that just covers all the news at the end of the day, or I don't know. I'm gonna try to mix it up this year and do something different and see how you guys respond to that in terms of just additional news to the live streams. Let's see. Mike says, if I'm Lamar agent, I say your top quarterback, we sit until you get paid. And so, hey, Lamar, hire Mike. Hire Mike. But here we go. So after that first down play in which they picked up 4 yards on the play, it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up here. Let's see. Braden said, watch some college basketball today. TCU looked really good against Kansas. I did notice that. I did notice that. And so I did notice that. Let's see. Braden said, Arizona versus UCLA was a really good game. Mike said, JB, I keep hearing commercials pop up during the broadcast. And so, keep hearing commercials here. Let me look and see. Yeah, because I had to mute things on my side there, and I know that. Um, do you still hear it right now? I guess, or let's see. Yeah, let me know if you still hear it right now, Mike. Let's see. Brandon says, and of course, Iowa lost to Ohio State, and so yeah, that is tough there. That is tough. And again, right now, Giants here with the football. There was a stoppage of clock here. Let's see, Mike said you did last stream too. Okay, so yes, I don't know what's going on my end here, but I don't know where the audio is coming from per se. So let's see. Braden says he don't hear it right now. All right, Mike says not now. Okay, so yeah, you guys just let me know when it happens and stuff like that for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I did hear it last stream though for a little bit, but I thought when I muted it on my side that it would be muted for you guys too. So I apologize about that. Yeah, so again, just waiting here. But yeah, I am looking forward to obviously once we get through the Super Bowl, there college hoops. I am really, really looking forward to college hoops and getting fully invested in that. And I'll also try to do more like draft coverage leading up to the draft as well. So I think I'll have to find a way in terms of how I'm going to go about that. But I will definitely be working on that as well. All right, and again, we are still right now currently at the commercial here. Eagles got the football. They scored a touchdown. Giants here with their first time with the football, and we are all looking to see how they're going to respond. Oh, look at that. Looks like we got the chain all tangled up there. But again, this is here in the first quarter. 9 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. Eagles up 7-0. All right, so here we go for the Giants here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back in the backfield here. Jones takes the snap, looking to pass the ball here, going to throw it to the back. Barkley catches it, and he goes out of bounds after picking up about a yard or two on the play. We got third down coming up this way. Third and about 6 coming up. I'm sorry, third and about 4. Ball right now is about the 30-yard line here of the Giants. All right, 9 minutes to go here in the first. Giants face with a third down. Can they convert on these third downs? Barkley goes in motion. Jones snaps the ball, throws it, and it's caught by the receiver. And it's going to take two guys to bring him down. He's still moving. He finally hits the ground there, and so that is going to be James with the reception. He picks up 12 yards on the play. All right, so here we go to the shotgun. Back goes in motion. Snaps the ball, looking, throws it over the middle, has a guy wide open who catches it at the 42-yard line of Philly. And that's Cager with the reception, picks up 16 yards on the play. So the Giants right now, they're moving the football too. I had a feeling this could be the kind of game that could, go back and forth, end up being a one possession kind of game. One thing's for sure, they're not shying away from the moment. All right, we got Jones up under center. Two tight ends, two receivers, one back in the backfield. They snap the ball, give it to the back. Barkley, he knows what to do with it, picks up about 5 yards on the play off the right guard. So we got 2nd and 5 coming up. Ball at the Eagles' 37-yard line. Again, this is still the first drive of the game for the Giants here. All right, 2nd and 5. All right, Jones up under center again. One back in the backfield is Barkley. 8 seconds right now on the play clock. Darius Slayton goes in motion. They snap the ball, gives it to the back. The back picks up about 2 yards on the play. Now we got third down coming up here. This will be third and short, third and manageable. Let's see, Braden says it's going to be a nightmare for you to be streaming the Giants in the playoffs. Yes, Philly's got to do something here. Philly's got to do something. But, I mean, if the Giants win, I mean, this version of the Giants right here, I really have not too much beef. Of the recent Giant teams I've seen, I think I dislike this one the least, which speaks volumes for this team. Here we go, 3rd and 3. They snap the ball. Jones feels the pressure. He trips up, and they got him down. I thought he was about to avoid that one, but they tripped him. Hassan Reddick and company got to him. Mr. Sweat. And that's going to go down as a sack. 4th down coming up. Ultimately, plays like this will end up being a difference in this game. Yeah, Reddick got a hand on him, and then he ended up tripping over his own player on the play. All right, so here we go. 4th down coming up. And look at that. They're going to be aggressive, it looks like. They're lined up to go for it here. And they will go for it. Jones in the pocket. And, he just threw the ball to get rid of that one. Incomplete. Incomplete. The Eagles defense came out and stopped them. Wow. 80s would be proud. Old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? And how's everything going with you? How is everything going with you? Yeah, let me know how therapy and stuff like that's going and just how everything is going. Let's see, Mike says, yo, Ode. And so here we go. But hey, perfect timing. I mean, right when the Eagles got the stop, they'll get the football back here in the first quarter. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left to go here in the first, with the Eagles up 7-0 right now over the Giants. And let's see, Old says, what's good, Mike? Mike says, JB, this crazy, but at halftime, go over the top college basketball teams, please. Hey, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. That's a good idea for the college basketball as well and all like that during halftime. Absolutely. I'm very intrigued myself and stuff like that. Let's see. Mike says, JB, soon XFL starts. Can you cover some? And so, hey, definitely once the XFL is in motion, I'll definitely dedicate at least one stream for sure for the XFL for sure. So I'll check that one out for sure and then just see how things go from there. But absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. So yeah, that would not be a bad idea at all. But again, right now we are currently at the commercial, and when we get back, we'll get to see the Eagles for the second time today offensively. In which last time out there, quite frankly, I mean, Jalen Hurts was putting it on the defense out there. I mean, he was 5 of 5 passing, 68 yards and a touchdown. And then he also had 2 carries himself for 5 yards. And so he was the offense there, but he had some help there. Devontae Smith, 2 catches, 38 yards already. And Dallas Goedert, he's already got 2 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown so far in this one. And so, James, what's good with you? What's good with you? James says, Giants fans, where y'all at? And so, yes, be sure to leave your vote, guys, in terms of who you got winning this one. So far, it is the G-Men right now that are leading this poll. And let's see how this plays out. Let's see. Oh, it says when you have your surgery, you'll either be down 1 to 5 weeks, and 2 months later, you should be able to settle and move back to the country. Okay, bet. Well, definitely hoping the best in that case there for sure. I know this is something that you have definitely been waiting on for a good minute, so definitely hoping the best for that. Kenneth says, "So you got for this game?" And so for me, Kenneth, I I think the Eagles will win this game, but I have no doubt that the Giants are gonna fight to the very end of this one. But it all comes down to the way that Jalen Hurts is looking out there. I think the difference will be what happens on third down, those 3rd and 5, 3rd and 8 situations like that. That's going to make the difference in this game. And I think the Eagles will win that category and henceforth win this game. But who you got in this one, Kenneth? Let's see. Mike says, heard the thing about Hurts' dad as a coach. I was wondering how a quarterback could go from good to amazing in a year. Meanwhile, they give the ball to Sanders. And so Sanders, he's going to pick up some yards in the play, about 4 yards there. Second down coming up. Again, still first quarter here with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the first, with the Eagles leading this one 7-0. James says, need to protect our quarterback. Come on, Giants. And so I've been very impressed with like just the energy that this team is playing. There's no doubt that the Giants are playing at a higher level than when they played the Eagles in the regular season. No doubt about that. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6 out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back here. Right now, we got 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Snaps the ball, gives it to Sanders. And Sanders trying to find an opening here, trying to fight his way towards the first down marker. But nah, he's ushered out of bounds on that one there. But he did pick up about a good 3 yards on the play. As he kind of says, tell old man we'll be praying for him. And you got the Giants. And so, yes, definitely we'll be praying for him. And so, and I got you. Braden says, great play-by-play on 3rd and 1. And so I think Braden might be ahead of us here. But here we go, 3rd and 1. And so, oh, what a toss there. And so Kenneth Gangswell still moving there. And so, wow, look at that. What a nice pickup that was there by Kenneth Gangswell. And as Braden alluded to, a excellent play call there on 3rd and 1. And what I love the most about that play is you see the formation he has lined up there makes you think for sure this is going to go inside. It's going to be quarterback sneak. And then he does that. I mean, if I'm a defender, I would have went inside as well. He would have got me. Coach would have been yelling, but there's not much you can do about that. Great play call. It's just a great play call. All right, here they go. They snap the ball here from the Giants 29-yard line. Give it to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown gets the first down. And then he's still trying to fight, but they bring him down. And so he picked up 12 yards on the play. Let's see. James says 2 sacks with Daniel Jones already. And it happened back to back. Mike says JB ranked Jones and Hurts as far as top 10 goes. And so, that's a great question there. Well, definitely I've got Hurts, up there in terms of where I actually rank Hurts right now. I got to really think about that as well. But Daniel Jones has definitely risen a lot on my board. And you guys know I've been as hard as anybody has been on Daniel Jones. But Daniel Jones has shown me, right system, right coach, things can really perform. Because it's not like half the time I'm like, who is he throwing the ball to? And so at that time, Kenneth Gangswell, that time Jalen Hurts kept the ball there. Great decision by him to keep the ball. And that's what it comes down to when it comes to him. He's going to run. He's going to throw. That threat will always be there. But here we go, 2nd and 1. You've got 2 receivers at the top, 2 receivers at the bottom. 15 seconds on the play clock here. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back. And the back gets the first down. And he's brought down at about the 6-yard line there. So we got 1st and goal here. Let's see. Braden says, hope everything goes well, old man. Braden says, sorry, JB. Black, what's good with you? And you say, it's all Eagles. And here we go, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first. Eagles at the goal line. They're up 7-0. Can they add to their lead here? Out of the shotgun. Giants defense trying to find a way to slow them down so far. Not having success doing it yet. They snap the ball. Gives it to the back. And the back, he got back to, well, he lost about a couple yards on that play there. Excellent job by the Giants defense there. Now we've got second and goal coming up. So we got second and goal coming up. But yeah, Mike's question has got me thinking though, where do you guys rank Jalen Hurts amongst the quarterbacks at the top 10, guys? Let me know in the chat, where do you guys rank Jalen Hurts in terms of top quarterbacks in the NFL? Meanwhile, second and goal here. Snaps the ball, quick pass there, and it's caught by Smith. Smith going for the end zone, and he gets there for a Philly touchdown on the play. How about that? And so far the Eagles, 2 drives, and they look just as effective as they did the first half of the season prior to any injuries and stuff like that. This is a team that looks like they are healthy all over again. And so excellent 2 drives so far here for Philly. And look at that play again. You knew you had to make somebody miss. That's a linebacker versus Smith. Come on, man. That's too easy. Too easy. And so we got the extra point attempt coming up. Let's see. Black says he's up there this year. He has been elite. All right, extra point is up, and extra point is good. And just as Black Medicine has alluded to, Jalen Hurts has played at a very, very high and elite level this year. I mean, he's responsible because you have to think about him on the ground, through the air, and then all it took was just go ahead and add a couple pieces like A.J. Brown around him, and plus the system that they have there, and he is running that system the way it's meant to be ran, and it's all on his shoulders. All on his shoulders. And so absolutely. But here we go right now, currently at the commercial so far. And again, that was the Eagles' second drive. Let's see what the Giants do offensively on their second drive. We are here in the first quarter with a minute and 21 seconds to go. Philly up right now 14-0. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see. Kenneth says, "Did you see where the Briscoe brother died?" And so, yeah, a couple of days ago. So, yeah, that was definitely unfortunate there. Definitely unfortunate there. And so, Michael, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say that's hurts, and so absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But again, we are at the commercial here with the Eagles up 14-0. Let's see. Braden says background noise again. Um. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I have no idea where that background noise is coming from at the moment here. All right. Give me 1 second here. I may just have to. All right. I got an idea. 1 second. All right. So. Okay. Let me know if that fixed anything at all. Let's see. Kenneth says, "Have you been to a Super Bowl game?" And so far I have not. So far I have not. Let's see. Michael says I can hear some background noise. Let's see. Black says a nut went over into his lane and had him hit. I'm sorry, hit him head on, and she died as well. And so yeah, let me know if you guys can still hear it. I went ahead and basically eliminated all the other tabs, so hopefully that fixed something there. If not, just let me know. All right, here we go. Kickoff about to be on the way. On the way. Let's see. Black says, "Yeah, wherever the ads are coming from, they only last for a few seconds." All right, kickoff on the way. He's at the 20, 25, 30, still fighting to about the 32-yard line. So that's where the Giants will take over in this one. So, all right, let me see. All right, so here we go here. Giants here with the football, trailing 14-0. Still in the first quarter here with a minute and 14 seconds to go. Snapped the ball. Daniel Jones almost tripped, but he recovered. Moving around, still looking, throws it. And oh, that's going to be completed there. 19 yards and a first down. Let's see, Kenneth says it's fine, no background noise. And so Black says Jones out here stumbling. And so, yeah, I mean, he almost messed that play up before it began, but he was able to recover. All right, so now we got first down here. Ball is at the 49-yard line of the Eagles here. They snap the ball. Jones looking, throws it. Oh, he threw an interception. Threw an interception. Wow. And that's James Bradberry with the pick. Wow, the former Giant. I know he loves that. Braden says picked. Wow. And so looking to see what he saw there. The cornerback was reading that the entire time. Jones tried to get it to him there, but big mistake there. Big mistake there. The way the Eagles have been moving the ball right now, I mean, the defense is going to have to step up if you're the Giants and at least try to slow them down at some point. All right, but here we go for Philadelphia here. Thanks to the turnover here, 1st and 10. Got it back in the backfield. Boston Scott. Let's see, we've got one tight end. I'm sorry, two tight ends, two receivers. Brown goes in motion. Gives it to the back. I'm sorry, he keeps it himself there and picks up a yard on the play. All right, so let's see if that'll take us to the end of the first quarter here. There's just 15 seconds remaining. But the Eagles up 14-0. They have the football. They have the momentum right now. And they are making the plays in this one. Let's see, Braden says background noise. And so, yeah, I seen when it popped up that time there. And so, like, this has been, I guess, an issue really the last couple streams, really. But I'm not doing anything different on my end. It's just, it keeps refreshing. Let's see. Black says Giants are trying to do their best TCU impersonation, and so I wouldn't go that far just yet. I mean, they've got quite a while to go before we get to that point. Hopefully, we don't get to that point, but for the sake of the stream. But right now, it's not a good start. Not a good start. All right, but again, so far, let's see. Statistically speaking, so far here, we'll start with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 7 of 7 for 89 yards and two passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Has not been sacked either. He has carried the ball 4 times for 16 yards. Kenneth Gaineswell has also carried the ball 2 times for 16 yards. Miles Sanders has carried the ball 4 times for 8 yards so far in this one. So in the first quarter, Eagles ran for 40 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, for the Giants, Daniel Jones 4 of 5 for 49 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Already been sacked twice so far in this one. Saquon Barkley 3 carries for 11 yards so far in this one. So the Giants here trying to get things going. But right now, when we come back, it is the Eagles with the football thanks to that last interception that Daniel Jones threw. All right, so we're getting back to the action here to start off the second quarter with the Eagles leading this one 14-0. You look at the difference in total yards so far in this one, 127 in favor of the Eagles, 47 for the Giants here. But right now, Philly second and 8 right now from the Giants 44-yard line in the shotgun formation to take the first play of the second quarter. A.J. Brown goes in motion. Hurts gets the snap on the move, throws it, and incomplete in the direction of Devontae Smith that time. Third down coming up, 3rd and 8. So you got 3rd and 8 right now from the Giants 44-yard line. This is an opportunity right now for the Giants. If you can get a stop here, that'll be pretty big in terms of preventing them from getting any points here. And if you're the Eagles here, if you can somehow get a first down, you'll really put the pressure on them. All right, so we got 3rd and 8 here. Lining up in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 3 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap the ball. And up, we got some early movement here. That is going to back them up 5 yards here. Going to back the Eagles up 5 yards. All right, so we got 3rd and 13 here. All right, so after that 5-yard penalty backing them up, 3rd and 13. Hurts in the shotgun, takes the snap here. On the move, pass rush getting to him. Got to throw it. He does. Ran out of room there. Incomplete. So 4th down coming up here. So the Giants defense came up big that time for the stop. 4th down coming up. So now the punt unit will come out here for Philly. Right now, I see with 17 votes here that the Eagles right now are currently leading this poll by 65% in terms of who's going to win this game. Punts on the way. Fair catch symboled and caught at the 9-yard line. So that's where the Giants will take over from their own 9-yard line, trailing right now 14-0 here in the early stages of the second quarter with 14 minutes and 40 seconds to go. All right, so let's see what the Giants offense can do here in the second quarter. Last time out there, they threw an interception, but the defense came up big for them, so let's see how they're going to respond here. 1st and 10. All right, so we're going to line up in the shotgun here. Got a guy in motion. Tight end in motion here. They snap the ball. Jones is going to keep it himself. Had to make 2 guys miss just to pick up a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up right now from the Giants' 10-yard line. Coach Dante, what's good with you, Coach? What's good with you? What's good with you, Coach? Braden says, where's 80s? Knowing 80s right now, he's probably out there having a good time right now. I'm sure he'll be here towards the end of the fourth quarter and all like that to brag about his Eagles, most likely. But how are you doing, Coach? All right, so we got a timeout called here by the Giants right now. Looks like Daniel Jones lost a contact lens. Let's see. Oh, it says at a bar getting hammered, and so my thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly. All right, so here we go. Here, 2nd and 9. Giants here with the football, backed up deep into their own territory from their own 10-yard line. Shotgun formation, three receivers, one tight end, one back. They snap the ball, throw it over the middle, and that's going to be completed there to James, and James is going to pick up 5 yards on the play. All right, here we go, 3rd and 4. So 3rd and 4 here. Let's see. Coach says, old man said he blamed the Patriots season on you because you messed up the mock draft. I'll take some responsibility for that, but I was right about Marcus Jones. I was right about that. Meanwhile, quick pass there to Hodgins, and that's going to be, depending where they mark the ball at, they're going to mark him just shy of first down, so the Giants will have to punt the ball from deep within their own territory. But tell me this, Coach, how do you feel about what Lovie Smith did at the end of the day when it came to the last week of the season, winning a game in which you guys could have had the first overall pick? Are you mad about that? Did you like what he did trying to win the game? Tell me, how did you feel about that, along with the direction you want to see the Texans go? SEO says, yeah, you definitely was right about Marcus Jones. And so, absolutely. But I was thinking about something else that you had said earlier, old man, that makes a lot of sense. We need to go ahead and acquire us a good cornerback that's got some height. We're just going to need that. We are going to need that. I love the Joneses that we have, but we're going to need another corner with some height. Meanwhile, punts on the way, and fair catch symboled at the Philadelphia 38-yard line. And so we'll see what Philly does here with the football. Here in the second quarter with 12 minutes and 21 seconds to go with the Eagles up 14-0 over the Giants. All right, let's see. And again, so far in this one, Jalen Hurts, 7 of 9 for 89 yards, 2 touchdown passes. So far in this one, no turnovers, hasn't been sacked. On the ground for the Eagles, they have 10 carries for 40 yards. We're getting Kenneth Gaineswell involved. We're getting Jalen Hurts involved, Miles Sanders. And then receiving wise, Devontae Smith, 3 catches, 47 yards, and a receiving touchdown. You got Goddard, he's got 2 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Plus A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 17 yards as well. And for the G-men, Daniel Jones, 6 of 7 right now, 57 yards, but he threw that one interception. He's been sacked 2 times so far in this one. On the ground, the Giants just have 12 yards rushing so far in this one. And in terms of receiving wise, Richie James lead the G-men with 2 catches and 17 yards so far in this one. Let's see, we got 19 votes in so far, and 68% believe that the Eagles are going to win this game. Right now, Philly is up right now, but hey, there's still plenty of football for sure. We saw last week when the Jaguars came back from down 27 points, so still plenty of football. Let's see, Kenneth says, do you want to be in the Super Bowl? And so, I mean, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. I mean, have me live there in the stadium. All right, so again, just waiting for this commercial here to end. All right, so getting ready to get back to the action here. Let's see, James says we have to believe that the Giants can turn the game around. So James says that he believes in the G-men to turn this one around. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 here for Philly, up 14-0. Shotgun formation. Snaps the ball, gives it to the back. Sanders cuts up the middle, takes on the contact, and he's going to go down about a yard shy of the first down. So we got 2nd and 1 right now coming up. Braden says, don't end the stream, JB, and so JB will not be doing that. Let's see. Kenneth says, who do you think is going to the Super Bowl? And so in the NFC, I feel like the 40. I'm gonna stick with my pick of the 49ers in the NFC. In the AFC, I had Kansas City, but I'm very concerned about Patrick Mahomes with that injury there. I really am, but I'm gonna stick with it for now with the Chiefs and the 49ers. Pretty much a rematch of the previous Super Bowl there, but we'll see how things play out. Honestly, with that injury with Patrick Mahomes, that is huge. All right. Meanwhile, speaking of huge, Philly picked up the first down there. And so Philly again up right now 14-0 here. Second quarter, and they are moving the ball. All right, so we are currently hitting the commercial here with the Eagles up 14-0. Let's see. Black says Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. And so Black Medicine believes in Philly. Let's see. All right, Kenneth says the Bills and Bengals rematch. You remember that was the game where the player got hurt, and so yes, that was the game with the injury there, and so I'm looking forward to seeing that rematch as well. And so Corey, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say, hey, bro, just join the channel. Eagles making it look easy. And so, hey, appreciate you for joining the channel. And right now, it has been all Eagles so far. They have the football right now. They have the lead in this one, 14-0. But still plenty of time. But so far, Eagles are putting in work. James says we need to play like there's no tomorrow. And so you're right about that, James, because for the team that loses, there is no tomorrow. So absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's see. But again, still right now at the commercial. All right, we got 20 votes in right now, 65% believing in the Eagles to win this one. Now, there was a pause in the game, and that was due to an injury on the offensive line for the Eagles here, but it's good to see him walking off the field on his own. Great sign there, but here we go. 1st and 10 here. 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go before the half. Jalen Hurts and company in Giants territory at the Giants 42-yard line. They snap the ball, give it to the back, and the back off the right guard, still fighting forward, picks up 4 yards on the carry. We got 2nd and 6 coming up right now from the Giants 38-yard line. 11 minutes to go here before the half. And again, this has been a team that throughout most of the season, at least in my opinion, I feel like the Eagles have just been the best team throughout most of the season. I mean, especially when they were in their undefeated phase. Sure, there was a couple games where they had a couple hiccups, but when this team is hitting strides, they are very, very difficult to beat. All right, here we go. Shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They snap the ball. They give it to Sanders. Sanders between the left guard and left tackle, and he picks up a nice chunk of yards and a first down here for Philly. That's going to move the chains. And so, again, Philly up already 14-0. You do not want this team to get into the end zone right now and get a 20-plus point lead. You don't want that to happen against this team. All right, shotgun here, three receivers, one tight end, one back. They snap it again, give it to the back. Sanders off the right guard, and he's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. So we got 2nd and 8 coming up right now at the Giants' 25-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter before we reach halftime. One thing about the Eagles offense is also designed so when they move the ball, you're also taking off a good amount of time on the clock. That's another reason why you don't want to get down against a team like this, because when they move the ball, they take time off the clock also. The way they run the ball, the way that they just take their time at the line and snap the ball with about less than 10 seconds on the play clock, little things like that. It takes away time in the game and opportunities that you have to respond. They give the ball to Sanders, and Sanders is going to take the ball to the 20-yard line there, picked up 5 yards off the left guard. Let's see, James says, do you think we need to draft another quarterback, or which position do you think we need depth at? And so, honestly, James, I don't think that you guys need to focus on another quarterback. Daniel Jones has showed me this year that if he can keep playing at this level, he's doing everything that's asked of him. You know, like, not everybody's going to go out there and be Patrick Mahomes. We all can't have a Patrick Mahomes or even the Jalen Hurts, but he has shown that he can play big time under the right circumstances. And quite frankly, I don't even know who he's throwing to at receiver half the time. And so I would love to see, for the Giants' perspective, if he went out there, got a number one receiver, continue to work on the offensive line. That's always a good move there. And then focus on, continue to build a defense. I feel like they've already started the right process in terms of, what last year's draft did. Get that number one lockdown cornerback, because you need people that can go out there and guard guys like A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, guys like that in the league and stuff like that, one-on-one, and especially in the NFC. And so pieces like that, I would say. But definitely not a quarterback. Quarterback is okay. But meanwhile, of course, Jalen Hurts doing it himself as he's done so many times, and he is currently at the 14 yards away from the end zone. Shotgun formation here. Look at that. 2 seconds on the play clock. Snaps the ball. Throws it over the middle, and it is caught by the tight end who shakes off a guy. Oh, he got tripped up there, but he did pick up the first down and 10 yards on the play. So now we got 1st and goal coming up right now, 3 yards away from the end zone. So far in this drive, 8 plays, 60 yards, and over 4 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. All right, so here we go, 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun. They snap the ball. It's a high snap. And they give it to Scott. And Scott, let's see if he crossed the end zone or was he just short. They say it's a touchdown. So that's a touchdown, Philly. Let's see. Black says go to discussion. Let's see. Black says touchdown. And it is a touchdown. Philly's up 20-0. Got the PAT attempt coming up. But right now, the Eagles are definitely imposing their will right here. And if you're the Giants, you got to wake up or it's going to be too late. And Scott that time, he ran it low. Braden says touchdown. And so making it look easy so far here. Let's see, Black says, I said it first, Braden. All right, so right now we've got the point after touchdown attempt about to go on the way. But look at that. All the smiles, the emotions, the confidence that the Eagles are displaying right now. Extra point is good. And so 21-0, that is our score so far in this one. And if the second half ends up being anything like what we've seen so far in the first half, look out. It's going to be up to the Giants to respond and make that not happen. And so, NC Niner, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say Giants aren't frauds, Eagles are just juggernaut. And so, hey, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I mean, from what I saw last week, what I've seen throughout the course of the season and stuff like that, there's no doubt who the Giants are. It's just when Philly's clicking, it's really tough to beat a team like Philly. I mean, when Philly gets it going and they're feeling special, look out. Look out. That's a team that when they're hitting on all cylinders, I mean, I can't think of very many teams that can stand with them when they're out there playing to the best of their abilities. Let's see. Jay says, not looking good for New York. What's good with you, Jay? What's good with you? How are you? Let's see. Crazy Football says Eagles about to win this game. And so right now, Eagles are up 21-0. And they're also winning this poll right now with 28 votes in. 57% believe in the Eagles right now. But hey, still plenty of football left to go. 21-0 is the lead right now for the Eagles. But we'll see what the Giants do when we come back from the commercial. Can they respond? It's very important with 7 minutes and 29 seconds to go here. If you're the Giants here, you have to respond now. It's no longer that you want to. You gotta respond right now and get yourself on the board. You have to. Let's see. Niner says, haven't tuned in for a while. I got to get into these lives more often. And so, hey, glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. And I know you're ready for tomorrow. I know you're ready for tomorrow to see them Niners and Cowboys. That's another game that I will be streaming tomorrow. And I am really looking forward. Honestly, coming into this weekend, I was excited for both of these matchups. Giants and Eagles, along with the Cowboys and the 49ers there, because you know the history between those two teams. And obviously, with this being a divisional game, I wanted these two games to be the games that I streamed, and they also happen to be, worked out just great for me to be able to stream both of those games. So definitely looking forward to the game tomorrow as well. Cowboys and 49ers. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Let's see. Jay says, I'm doing great. You say your both your teams won today in Kansas State basketball and the Chiefs. And so, hey, that's right. That's right. I am concerned about Patrick Mahomes and his ankle, moving forward to the next round. You know how that's going to play out. But aside from that, I like everything I saw out there. The Jaguars were a team that came in with some confidence, but the Chiefs came out there ready. They came out there ready in spite of the injury. All right, so here we go. Kickoff on the way with the Eagles leading 21-0 over the Giants here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 29 seconds to go. So it's the G-men here with the football. Daniel Jones trotting back out there. They need him to be special from here on out if they're going to be able to come back in this one. They're going to need a special performance from him. Let's see. Niner says, don't know if you remember, but I'm Nico TV. Just changed my channel to Niner Talk Show. And so, hey, okay, bet, yes. Yes, of course I remember, of course. And so, okay, bet. How has everything been? Are you still hooping and playing basketball? All right, here we go. First and 10. Tight end goes in motion. Went back in the backfield. They snap the ball. Toss it to the back. Barkley trying to find some room, but he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. Second and 14. You got to move the ball, but you got to move it in the right direction. You cannot continue to go backwards like this. Right now, the Giants can really use a big-time play right now. I mean, they have not been able to get Saquon Barkley involved so far in this one. He's got 4 carries for just 7 yards so far in this one. But here we go. Second and 14 out of the shotgun. You've got 3 receivers on the top of the screen, the tight end at the bottom. One back. They snap the ball. Jones feels the pressure. Avoided someone. And so he's going to try to use his legs here, and he gets brought down after picking up about 3 yards on the scramble. So now we got third down coming up, a third and long situation. Eagles have been doing a good job at generating pressure. Let's see if the Giants can give Daniel Jones some time to try to find someone. And this is why I feel the Giants could really use like a real number one wide receiver and stuff for situations like this. When you need a first down, you know where to go. They've done a great job at what they currently got, but they did not get what they were expecting out of guys like Kenny Golladay this season. All right, third and 11 out of the shotgun from their own 24-yard line. Giants snap the ball. Jones in the pocket. Jones feels the rush. Stiff arms someone. He's moving. Still looking. Just throws it up there and throws it away out of bounds. And so the Giants will punt the ball from their own 24-yard line. So Philly's defense gets a stop. They took off about 2 minutes in terms of time possession on that one. Not even 2 minutes, really. So another opportunity for the Eagles to try to score again before the half. Let's see. Braden says, yeah, Jay, Kansas State looks really good. Jay says they are a big surprise this season. Braden should be top 10 next week. And again, here in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Fourth down here for the Giants. About to punt the ball. Punt on the way. Let's see if we'll get a return here by the Eagles. Fair catch symbol, and so caught from his own 27-yard line. So Philly leading this one 21-0 right now with an opportunity to add even more points to this one. But yeah, all this talk about college basketball and stuff like that, I'm looking forward to once the football season concludes to switching over to college hoops as well. But again, currently right now at the commercial. Let's see, we've got 32 votes in, and 59% believe that the Eagles have this one in the bag. 41% though still holding out hope that the Giants can come back in this one. Let's see, Niner says, yes, sir, playing basketball from high school in San Fran. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see, at this point of the year, how many games have you guys played around this time of the year so far? And what's your guys' record? All right, and again, about to come back from the commercial here, and so just under 6 minutes to go before we hit halftime. And Eagles, they've been hitting stride so far, and this one up 21-0 here. They've got the football here, so we'll see how this offense continues. But this is what they do when they get a lead like this. This team is designed better than perhaps any team in the league that I can think of. When they have a lead and running out the clock and continuing to still score throughout it. And so this is perfect, right down the line of how the Eagles wanted this game to go. Let's see, Jay says Giants need to run Barkley more even though they're down 21. And so, yeah, you can't get away from what's working. Right now, you just want something positive right now. It's still the first half if you're the Giants, so you just want something positive and stuff like that. And so this team is at its best when they feed off of Saquon Barkley's energy, when he's running tough, when he's making plays. Find ways to get him the football in space, and once he gets going, it'll be contagious. It'll rub off on Daniel Jones. It'll rub off on the other guys, but they need him to get things started. Let's see. Niner Talk says the matchup I want is the Niners versus the Eagles in the NFC chip will be wild. Hey, that would be. It would be. It would be. Let's see. Niner says I played 7 games. I played in the best division, North California, and you guys are 3-4. And so, okay, bet. But hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you guys should be right around the point where you're focusing, I guess, on some of the region games already. All right, but here we go for the Eagles here. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield here. Multiple tight ends, one receiver. They snap the ball, gives it to the back, and Sanders off the left guard. Look at the offensive line still fighting forward here. There's a lot of Giants there, but they're getting pushed back. They finally blow the whistle, and they picked up 5 yards on the carry. 2nd and 5 coming up right now from the Eagles' 33-yard line. Look at that. Having 3 guys over 1,000 yards there. That's what you want. 2 receivers and a back over 1,000 yards. That's a team that knows how to score the ball and move the ball. All right, so here we go. Out of the shotgun, snaps the ball. Give it to Sanders off the right side. Sanders splitting defenders, taking on the contact, all the above. Picks up about 17 yards and takes it to midfield on the carry. Sanders already with 12 carries for 73 yards on the ground so far in this one. And look at that. I mean, he found the space there, got to it quickly, took on the contact, picked up 17. So here we go. Shotgun here for the Eagles. They snap the ball again. This time, Jalen Hurts, he's going to keep it. Right now, the defense has to think a lot when he snaps the ball. Does the running back get it? Is Hurts going to keep it? Is he going to throw it to either of those 1,000-yard receivers? There's a lot you got to think about. Don't forget the tight end either. He's no slouch out there at all. And so, plus the offensive line that they got in this team is what I would consider to be one of the very, very few complete teams out there. Let's see. Jay says Hurts has been so impressive in the NFL. And so, absolutely. No doubt about it. I only regret that I didn't get him in fantasy football. That's my only regret this season. All right, we go. 5 seconds to go. They snap the ball. Gives it to Scott. Scott shakes off of one guy, and Scott's going to pick up 10 yards and a first down here. First and 10 from the Giants' 36-yard line right now here in the second quarter with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And the Eagles hosting a 21 to nothing lead, but they're not satisfied. They're still hungry. They want to get into the end zone here. They're moving the ball. They're taking time off the clock here, and they are really driving right now, trying to get into that end zone. Let's see. Niner Talk says my pick for MVP is Hurts, but it's close. And so, no doubt for me, if it wasn't for the injury, he would be a lock for me for the MVP. Meanwhile, throws it and it's caught there by the receiver there, and that's Zach Pascal there, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. So we got 2nd and 6 coming up here, 3 minutes to go before the half. Let's see. Braden says, "Oh, I hope the 49ers play the Eagles in the NFC Championship game." And so JB's hoping for that too. I really am. Let's see. Old says, "Eagles are trolling the Giants, running it and scoring it with Scott." Old, I know that you're sitting back right now and you are loving the way this game is going right now. I know you're loving it right now. All right, here we go in the shotgun. 6 seconds on the play clock. They snap the ball. Hurts throws it. The ball was tipped, and so that's going to be incomplete. So you got third down coming up here, 3rd and 6 from the Giants' 32-yard line. And I know a guy like A.J. Brown, I know that he is just as happy for a guy like Devontae Smith having the season that he had. Because I remember in Tennessee when he wanted Julio Jones to go there, this is what he envisioned with him and Julio. Unfortunately, in Tennessee, it was nothing like that. But down here in Philly, oh, it's working. They got trips at the bottom of the screen here. 5 seconds on the play clock here. So got to snap the ball to call a timeout or something. 1 second. All right, Philly called a timeout. So they called a timeout here. This is the first timeout of the first half. 3rd and 6 coming up. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go. And so they're going to talk things over, but the timeout was to avoid delay of the game. Jalen Hurts, 9 of 12 for 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Let's see. Braden says Boston Scott always goes off when the Eagles play the Giants. Let's see. Old says, I hope the Eagles lose next week. And so Old's already penciling them in for next week. And so you want to see them fall to the 40, well, whoever advances next week. And does it matter if it's the 49ers or the Cowboys, Old, or you just want to see them fall next week, regardless of whoever that would be, assuming that they, obviously move on? All right, so fresh off the timeout here, 3rd and 6 out of the shotgun here for Jalen Hurts and company. Trips at the bottom of the screen. They snap the ball. Quick pass there to Smith. Smith got to make some people fall there. Already was stumbling from the beginning. Stayed low, but got the first down. Kept his balance long enough and picked up 6 yards on the play. So another first down here for Philly. 1st and 10 from the Giants' 26-yard line. And so far on the drive, 7 plays, 46 yards, and over 3 minutes and 15 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. And so that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning right now. So with just 2 minutes left to go here before the half, the first half has belonged to the Eagles, but they may not be done in terms of scoring just yet before halftime. Old says, doesn't matter. I just want to see the Eagles, Bills, and Giants all lose. And so, gotcha. Old knows who his enemies are. Oh, man, I understand that. I understand that. But again, we are currently at the commercial right now. And if you're rooting for the Giants, I mean, to give some positivity, you remember what the Jags did last week against the Chargers, but I promise you the Eagles are not the same team the Chargers are. I promise you that. This team is built for, if they have the lead, to keep that train moving. This is what they do. They already run the ball a lot, quarterback, running back, subbing in. They've got 1,000-yard receivers. I mean, this is a team that's built to take time off the clock, and they're built the right way. This is how you construct a team. And so all I can say is that the defense better come up big here for the Giants if you're rooting for the Giants. Let's see. Braden says, old man having as much fun as I had when the Vikings lost. Braden, I know you enjoyed that so much. I know you enjoyed that one so much there. I know you did. We all had a feeling that it could happen. I was on the optimistic side, like surely it wouldn't be the first round. Maybe some play like the Minnesota Miracle or something like that might step in and maybe they'll win that way. But it didn't work out that way at all. At all. But again, still right now at the commercial because we hit the 2 minute warning. And again, the Eagles are up 21-0. Let's see, Braden says, I'll also be the same way if the Cowboys lose tomorrow. And so Braden wants to see the Cowboys lose tomorrow. Okay, okay. Let's see. Old says, if the Bills lose against the Bengals the next day, you're going to throw a party. I guess we're all invited to Old's party should the Bills lose tomorrow. I don't think Mike wants that to happen though, but if it does happen, all right. So with 2 minutes left to go here before the half, they're about to return here to the action in which the Eagles are leading 21-0, and they're trying to add on to that. They are currently 21 yards away. I'm sorry, 26 yards away from the end zone. Shotgun formation, the three receivers, one tight end, one back. They snap the ball, throws it, and it's incomplete. Tried to hit A.J. Brown there. Not happening. Second down coming up. They tried to hit him earlier. The ball was deflected on the slant. So they're really trying to get A.J. Brown some looks here before the half. But they're up 21-0. Second and 10 coming up. And those 6 carries he has for 27 yards, those are just as effective because it keeps you thinking, is he going to take off and run? Meanwhile, they snap the ball here, throws it to Gangswell, and Gangswell's running on the sideline there and pushed out of bounds, but he picked up about 9 yards on the play, 8-9 yards on the play. So you got third and one coming up here from the Giants, 17-yard line here. Again, 9 plays, 55 yards, and just under 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock so far on this drive for the Eagles. Look at that, A.J. Brown out there partially throwing a block. All right, we got third and one coming up. All right, so third and one here, just 1 yard to get the first down. Shotgun, they snap the ball, gives it to Gaineswell, and Gaineswell is going to take it all the way to the Giants' 11-yard line and pick up a first down on the way. So the Eagles, who's already up 21-0 right now, they are in great position. Now the Giants, they call a timeout right now, 11 yards away. They're thinking about the clock and the opportunity to try to see if they can score themselves here. But the Eagles in prime position to do just that. Again, 10 plays, 61 yards, and over 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. This is what the Eagles do. This is who they are. And if you don't go out there and set the tone early against this team, they will dominate. But a minute 43 left to go. Again, the Giants called their second timeout. They're left with one timeout remaining. All right, Hurts going to line up under center this time. Two tight ends on the play, two receivers, one back in the backfield. So far, 3 times they've been in the red zone so far, and all 3 have resulted in touchdowns. They toss it to the back, Sanders. Sanders looking for a hole here. And Sanders picks up about 2 yards on the play, a yard or two. And let's see. Giants are going to call a timeout here, so they have no timeouts remaining. A minute 36 left to go here before the half. It's about to say they got Gronk up there, I see. All right, with 2nd and 8 here. All right, again, a minute, 36 seconds left to go. Giants with no more timeouts here before the half, but it's the Eagles with the football here, and all they need is another 11, another 10 yards to get into the end zone. Second and 8. Shotgun formation here. Snaps the ball. Hurts looking. Throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete to Gaineswell. There is a penalty right now. Wait a minute. A penalty here. Oh, this is just one of those penalties right here. It's going to irk you. So here you can already see, obviously, that pass was not going to be completed. And then he lowered his shoulder, and his shoulder made contact with the crown of the helmet of Gaineswell. You look at the replay there, definitely got him in the head there, so that will be a penalty. But you hate that stuff. You hate it because why? Why would you do it? Very unnecessary. So now they're gifted with the first down here. First and goal from the 5-yard line here. That is not going to help his team at all. All right, so we got the shotgun here. So after that penalty here, first and goal, 5 yards away from the end zone, 2 tight ends at the bottom of the formation, 2 receivers at the top. Snaps the ball, throws it, try to throw it to the tight end. He gets it, and oh, what a tackle there. What a tackle by Love. I mean, that time he knew he was the last line of defense between go to getting to that end zone. And I know he felt that he was getting into that end zone, but excellent tackle. He got there hella quick, closed the gap, and made the tackle. So now we got second down coming up here, second and goal from the 5. All right, so here we go. Shotgun here, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 5 seconds here on the play clock. Hurts snaps the ball. He's going to keep it himself. Look at that. It's just him versus a linebacker. He'll win that one every time. And that's going to be a touchdown, this time on the ground by Jalen Hurts. Wow. 7 carries, 31 yards, and a rushing touchdown on the ground, in addition to 12 of 17 for 118 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jalen Hurts showing that he is that guy. Meanwhile, Braden says touchdown. He said he'll be the first one to say it this time. And then he said ignore his comment. But that is a touchdown for Philadelphia. They're up 27-0. And looks like they are going to go ahead and try to go for 2 here. They're taking a page out of my favorite playbook. When you're beating a team bad, why not? All right. I guess they're attempting to try to draw them off sides before they really go for it. All right, so they are going. Yeah, yeah. Coach doesn't like that one, but timeout will be called. That is the Eagles' second timeout. Let's see. Braden says last week game was 27-0. That's right. That's right. So they better kick that extra point and make it 28. But there's still an entire second half to go, and you never know if somebody gets hot for the Giants in the second half. You never know. All right, extra point attempt is up, and it is good right down the middle. So 28-0, the Eagles over the Giants here. 43 seconds to go here before the half. And so right now it is all Eagles in this one. Braden says, never mind, it's 28-0. Game over. He says, end the stream. But JB will do no such thing. JB will not end the stream prematurely. If I could survive that TCU massacre that took place, where Georgia just kept stomping them and stomping them, I think we can survive this one, Braden. I think we can. All right, getting ready for the kickoff here. I can just imagine right now that 80's just throwing a massive party right now, guys. You know he is. You know he is. All right, kickoff team is lined up. Kick is on the way. No return here, so we'll have the G-Men take over, down 28 to 0. 43 seconds left to go here before the half. Not a single timeout to their name right now. But I'll see what they try to do. Will they go ahead and just try to take it to the half, or will they try to score at 43 seconds? I'd imagine they'll try to score, but let's see how they do. Braden says, I bet 80s is having a lot of fun right now. Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Braden says a certain former Giants quarterback in attendance. And so, yeah, that's why they're losing right now. It's all his fault. Jones in the pocket. Now he's on the move. And he's going to use his legs here before he goes out of bounds, but picked up a good 9 yards on the sideline there. 35 seconds left to work with here before the half. Coming into this game, I thought that it would be Daniel Jones' mobility that would really be a bigger part in this game. And so if you're not getting it with Barkley, then you've got to put Jones on the run. But you need something that you can point to at halftime here. It's usually the stuff that happens before the half that sparks the team coming out in the second half if it's going to happen. But let's see what happens. 2nd and 1. Shotgun here. Jones gets the snap in the pocket. Lyman hits the ground, but he throws it incomplete. Incomplete is never a good sign when your own lineman has his face in the turf. It's never a good sign. Let's see. O says the Bull might have just lost the head coach of the year. This is crazy how bad they're playing right now. And so I think this is more so just a case of really just Philly just, being a better team, honestly. But there's still a whole second half. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. Shotgun. Takes a snap from his own 34-yard line. Jones feels the pressure, going to throw it. Incomplete. Incomplete. 25 seconds left to go here before the half. And so this is not what you want to hear before the half. There's absolutely nothing positive you can say so far about this game if you're the Giants right now at all. Down 28 to 0. Braden says, always have to blame it on poor Eli. I mean, it's the facts. It's the facts, Braden. It's the facts. All right, punts on the way. Fair catch symboled and caught at the 21-yard line for the Eagles. And that's where they'll take over with 17 seconds left to go and one timeout. I'd imagine they'll just go ahead, take a knee, and take this one to the half. Look at the difference in time of possession. That's something that I briefly mentioned early on. They've had more than twice the amount of time with the football than the Giants have offensively and ran more than twice as many plays as the Giants have also ran offensively. And when you're controlling and dominating those stats, more times than not, you're dominating the game as well. All right, we take the knee. Let's see. Old says Kansas City versus the Jags was the game of the day. And so, yeah, that is the case there. But, hey, it's not done. It's not done. It may seem done, but it's not done just yet, It's not done till it's done. It's a whole second half to go, but look at those numbers. Jalen Hurts, he is playing like Superman. And again, we are now at halftime here. Of course, the Eagles leading this one 28 to 0. I will cover these stats really quickly. All right, so looking at the stats so far in this one and comparing both quarterbacks, Daniel Jones, I'll start with him. Right now, he's 6 of 10 57 yards through the air and no touchdowns, one interception, sacked twice so far in this one. He's also got 3 runs for 13 yards so far in this one. Saquon Barkley, I mean, you asked me what's the biggest disappointment here if you're the Giants. Saquon's got 4 carries for 7 yards. Just 7 yards. Imagine the frustration you would have if this was fantasy football and he just had 7 yards for you. Imagine that frustration. But on the Eagles side, Jalen Hurts, 12 of 17 for 118 yards through the air, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, hasn't been sacked. He's even got 8 carries for 30 yards so far in this one, but he's not alone. I mean, Miles Sanders, 13 carries, 75 yards. That's right, 75 yards rushing so far in that first half. Kenneth Gainwell, he's also got 3 carries, 22 yards here. Boston Scott, he's got 2 carries, 13 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Ultimately, as a team, 26 carries for 140 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And so they have 120 more yards on the ground than the Giants do in the first half. That plays a big part as to why they are killing it when it comes to time of possession, and they're just moving the ball on these guys. But it doesn't stop there. Receiving wise, Devontae Smith, 4 catches, 53 yards, and a receiving touchdown. His longest catch was 40 yards early in the first quarter. You got Dallas Goedert. He's 4 of 35 for and also 1 receiving touchdown. Also so far in this one, catch every pass has been in his direction. Now AJ Brown, he's got 2 catches, 17 yards. So all of this and AJ Brown really hasn't been too big of a factor just yet. And so my. Meanwhile, for the Giants though, they've only got one receiver who's got more than 1 catch so far in this game, and that's Richie James. He's got 2 catches, 17 yards so far in this one off of 2 targets. Here, Matt Breida has a 19-yard catch. Lawrence Kager, he's got 1 catch, 16 yards. But basically, you're not getting no production on your offense, and it's a lot of work that's being put on this defense. If the third quarter comes out and you don't find a way to stop the Eagles and they keep moving the ball, by the time the fourth quarter get here, your defense will have no gas left in the tank to stop anybody. And so it's very important and critical for the Giants when we come out in the second half for them to come out and try to make some type of play on this game. Now, when we do come out, the good news for the Giants is that they'll get the football first here in the second half when we do start the second half. But everything has been the Eagles, and they've scored 14 in the first, 14 in the second. If you're scoring 14 points a quarter, I promise you'll be happy with the results when it's all said and done, and that's what Philly's doing. All right, let's see. All right, meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll over 40 here. Let's go ahead and end the poll here. 41 votes so far. And, hey, Eagles won that poll and they're winning the game. It makes a lot of sense. Let's go ahead and put up another poll, though. All right, so who will advance between All right, so the next poll question is who will advance between the 49ers and the Cowboys tomorrow? Of course, that's a game that I'm very intrigued with, along with the Bills and Bengals game there. Of course, each game means you're closer and closer to the ultimate goal, but it just gets that much more tougher. But yeah, who will advance? Will it be the 49ers or will it be the Cowboys? Again, at halftime right now, with the Eagles up 28-0. And so, just to preview the remaining 2 games here between the Bengals and the Bills, that matchup right there for me, I've thought long and hard about this one. I really have Bengals, Bills, and I feel like this is just gonna be the kind of game that's really could go down to the wire. What I'm hoping for is that those two teams catch fire offensively so we can see something like what we saw last year when we saw teams like, the Chiefs and the Bills or the Chiefs and the Bengals and stuff like that. Games like that. I really hope that we have a game similar to that where it's a high scoring game, comes down to the final possession, game management. I know that last week both of those teams kind of, I guess you could say, underperformed by their expectations, but it's the playoffs, first of all, and they were playing against teams that knew them very well. But I expect against each other here, this game is going to be a high intensity game. So let's see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Ode says if you haven't hit the like button, to press that like button. Appreciate that, Ode. And yes, be sure to press that like button for sure. Ode says it's time. It's hot. That's right. Time for the best halftime show. It's the JB halftime show. Best believe it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think I feel like I keep switching in terms of who's going to actually win that game. Will it be the Bills? Will it be the Bengals? But I think the difference is going to be the run game in this one will make a difference. And having Joe Mixon for the Bengals, I think Joe Mixon's going to actually have a good game here for Cincinnati in this matchup here. And so I'm going to go ahead and say the Bengals win that one. Final score being Cincinnati, I'm going to say 31-26 over the Bills. Bengals over the Bills. That's what I'm going to say. Let's see. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys and the 49ers here, Cowboys and 49ers, that one is going to be very intriguing. There's so many ways I can see this one playing out, honestly. We know what the 49ers for Christian McCaffrey means for them, him, Debo Samuel, those guys. And Brock Purdy so far, he has not been pressed, I guess, to those late game situations. If the Cowboys can find a way to play for 4 quarters and apply that pressure, hang with them every time the Niners go out there and they make a big play, if the Cowboys can match that and it's close late in the game, then I think that there's a way that the Cowboys can actually pull this one off. However, with that being said, though, I think that the 49ers will win that game, though. I think the 49ers will win the game, though. It will be a close one. It'll be a good one. I say that this one is probably going to be the best game of the playoffs, potentially. I'll go that far. That's the kind of confidence I have in tomorrow's game. Now, if it's dead wrong, don't you guys remind me about that afterwards and stuff like that. I'm just projecting here, but I think it could be game of the playoffs if these two teams play to their capability between the Cowboys and the 49ers. It could be a good one. Let's see. Braden says, by the way, JB, I'm 22 subs away from 100. And so, hey, that's what's up. That is what's up, Braden. That is what's up. And so I remember that first, when you first get to that first 100. And I feel like once you get to that 100, you're like, you know what? I can actually do this. Like I'm actually getting closer. So, hey, that's what's up. That is what's up. And so this is mostly from you doing short videos, right? Like short edits and stuff. But that is what's up. That is what's up. What is the long term goal, I guess, for your channel? Meanwhile, let's see. Old man says the Bengals 31-28. Bills missing a last second field goal. Oh, you're about to have so many kickers without a job based upon your projections. You are having them lose in the most heartbreaking fashions and stuff like that. So, but I definitely do hear you though. And again, if you're just tuning in right now, we are at halftime, but the Eagles are up 28-0 over the Giants. Giants should get the football first in the second half, but it's all about what you do with your possessions that's going to matter. And for the Giants, they have to start off in a hurry up offense because this is probably the worst team to get down big against because they just take off and eat so much time because they effectively can run the ball, pass it, quarterback and keep it, running back and keep it. It's so hard to defend a team like the Eagles. So you let them you spot them 28 points. That's it. That's it. Braden says you don't know long term what the goal is long term right now, and so okay, bet. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What's important is just to keep doing what you love doing. That's basically the point of it. Let's see. Braden says right now you're just making shorts, and so okay, bet. Absolutely. I'll ask you this though, Braden. Are you familiar with the monetization rules when it comes to YouTube? Just like the requirements, minimum requirements, and stuff like that? All right, but again, still right now here at the commercial, let's see. 5 votes in, and four of those votes say 49ers will advance, and someone believes in the Cowboys. But again, Jalen Hurts, he has played so far like the MVP. But I mean, Miles Sanders has been great also. But Jalen Hurts, he makes the engine run so smooth for this team. And so, let's see. Braden says, yeah. And so, okay, bet. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Especially once you start to see that you're about that 400 mark and stuff like that. Always, I guess, track the watch hours. 'Cause that's usually the big one. The watch hours being 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 hours. And so, absolutely. Brandon says got to have 1K subs before you can do that. And so, yeah, the 1K subs, promise that'll happen. And once you cross that mark, you won't have to worry about that again. It's just the 4,000 public watch hours within the last 12 months and stuff like that. So definitely, because I know when it comes to shorts and stuff like that, that's going to be a lot of shorts. But again, shorts do get viewed a lot. So, but yeah, 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months. Let's see. Black says JB is a download Cowboys fan. Brandon says also there's copyright stuff, and so yeah, all that great stuff. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so here we go, getting ready to start the third quarter with the Eagles leading this one 28-0, and the Giants trying to find their way right now. We saw a team come back from down 27 last time, well, around this time last week actually. Can we witness something even greater than that this week? I mean, it's possible. All right, so getting ready for the kickoff here. And you look at the first half stats, the Giants just a total of 64 yards total. That's not going to get it done at all. Let's see. Brandon says, got any advice when it comes to shorts and stuff? And so, I mean, definitely when it comes to advice and stuff like that, I would say when it comes to shorts, because obviously I don't utilize a lot of shorts so far on mine, because typically when I first got started and stuff like that. But I will say probably some of the best advice I can give is like take advantage of leading up to like the draft process and stuff like that with a lot of the undrafted guys. A lot of the big channels, they'll focus on on the guys that are talked about every day, so people will levitate to that. But when you're a smaller channel, if you can pay attention to the little guys, pay attention to the guys who go undrafted, make highlight videos of them or something like that, that'll get you a lot of views because there's not a lot of people that's doing that. And so focus on the stuff that some of the bigger channels just don't have the time to, I guess, really cover. Would probably be the best advice I can give. Meanwhile, for the Giants here on the return, and he's going to take it to the Giants' 26-yard line, so the Giants will take over first and 10 from their own 26-yard line. See a referee getting off the floor here. Would love to see the replay to see how that happened. So yeah, that's what I would say. Because some of my best views have came from some of the guys that a lot of people have not really, I guess, don't really know too much about. The big name players, you post the news and you're like, okay, I think it's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to check it out, but a lot of people are doing it so it doesn't get as many views. Meanwhile, out of the shotgun, they give it to Saquon Barkley, and Barkley's going to pick up 4 yards right now off the right guard. And right now, if you're the Giants, you're down, but you still got to go out there. Just run your offense, your style of play, because ultimately, what you want to do is come away with some points here. Run it, mix it up. Don't become one dimensional. Don't press the panic button yet. You just can't afford to do it. Let's see. Black says best advice: don't stream Iowa football, especially the offensive snaps. Ouch. Ouch. Here we go. 2nd and 6 here for the Giants out of the shotgun. They take the snap. Philly sends four. Jones taking a deep shot here. Incomplete. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up. And again, that's Bradberry again in coverage. 3rd and 6 coming up here from the Giants 30-yard line. Let's see. Braden says, okay, I have to look at some of those underrated guys when the draft comes around. And so, absolutely. Braden says, thanks for the advice. And then he says, LOL, black medicine. Yeah, so take that for the NFL, take that for the NBA also, guys like that. And even the day three guys, like the guys that's projected like 5th, 6th, 7th round, guys like that. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. Jones looking, throws it, and it's incomplete. Towards the direction of James there. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up, and the Giants pick up where they left off in the first half. Incomplete. Gonna have to punt the ball from their own 30-yard line. And so we'll see Philly with the football for the first time here in the second half. Let's see. Black says Jones isn't going to be able to make this a game. I mean, punts on the way. Yeah, the way it's looking right now, it is not looking good. All right, a fair catch and caught it from his own 32-yard line. So let's see how the Eagles come out here in the third quarter. Right now, they've got their opponent by the throat, and if they march it down there, that's all she wrote, guys. If they march it down on this drive, that's a wrap. Let's see. Black says you're telling him to make Spencer Rattler hype videos. Good old Spence. Good old Spence. Let's see. Oh, it says JB more than likely Titans will cut Tyron Lure. And how do you feel about him as a Patriot? And so honestly, I would like it. Honestly, I would like it. I mean, I feel like he would be able to fit what we would try to do down there in New England this upcoming season. Of course, don't know who the offense coordinator is going to be, but you have to assume that that would be a good fit, honestly. So I would like it. Absolutely. All right, but again, we are at the commercial here. Eagles will have the football from their own 32-yard line, and they're up 28-0 right now so far in this matchup. Defense came out, did their job to start off the second half. All right, let's see. So far, 8 votes in, and 6 people have voted so far for the 49ers to advance. 2 people for the Cowboys. I'm still hoping we can find a way to get Brandon Cooks from the Houston Texans. I'd love to get him for the Patriots and also add D Hops if possible. I really want both. But again, we are at the commercial. Let's see. Braden says the Packers quarterback situation is a mess, and so yeah, I wonder if you guys will end up if you do end up trading Rodgers. Will you trade him to the Jets like you did Brett Favre? Then it'll be him going to the like kind of like how Brett Favre ended up over there, and then you just end up with another Packer going to the Jets just to have a mediocre season. But we'll see how it plays out. That we will. Let's see. Black says I'd love for you guys to get Bill O'Brien too, and so this man really wants Bill O'Brien gone. I do wonder when that decision will come to play in terms of who will be the offensive coordinator. I just want to know at this point. All right, so we go for the Eagles here. Shotgun takes a snap, gives it to the back and the back. Up the middle, picks up 3 yards on the carry. We got 2nd down coming up here, 2nd and 7. Ball from the Eagles 35-yard line. As he like says, maybe the Packers need Bill O'Brien too. They need someone. But now, if they wanted someone, I mean, Nathaniel Hackett, All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. All right, we got three tight ends, one receiver, one back. They snap the ball, give the ball to Sanders. Sanders running into traffic, still running, making guys miss, and ultimately hits the ground. Lost 3 yards on the play. Let's see. Braden says no black medicine. We're good. I remember last year I kept trying to get you guys to trade for N'Keal Harry, Braden. I remember that. Like I just wanted him off my team. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 10 here for the Eagles. Let's see. Braden says I still can't believe you guys had Matt Patricia as your offensive coordinator and said, yeah, let's not bring up bad memories there, but yeah, it was pretty bad. Hurts takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking, throws the ball, and oh, incomplete, incomplete. He had a tight window he was throwing for, but it's incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Giants defense stops the Eagles here. 4th down coming up, and they will punt the ball. Like says, no, 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 trust me, dude. Bill can, Bill can help you guys. Just take him, please. I got a better idea, Black Medicine. I know how I can solve this issue for you. Why don't you just send Bill O'Brien to Iowa as their offensive coordinator? That'll solve everybody's problems. Meanwhile, the punt is caught from his own 15, and James is gone down just like that. And so the Giants will take over from their own 12-yard line. But yeah, so how about that? That'll make everybody happy. Send Bill O'Brien to Iowa. And again, we are at the commercial here. Both teams have had the football once, and they've had to punt the ball. So we'll see what the Giants do with their second offensive drive of the second half and see if they can actually get some positive momentum going here. And just a reminder that tomorrow I will be streaming the Cowboys and the 49ers game. So that'll be the game that I will be streaming tomorrow. Let's see. Black says, "Deal, I'll take it." So when can we pack the U-Haul? I thought it would already be packed, honestly. But yes, send him to Iowa. Let him work on that offense. That'll give him something to do. Braden says, actually, I take that. He'd be way better than Brian. See, I told you, JB had a solution that works for everybody. So that would really work. I mean, the only problem is Bill O'Brien wouldn't agree to it, but everybody else, it's a done deal. It'll help Iowa improve offensively, get them off of your team with Bama, and then everybody will be happy. Let's see, Braden says this upcoming week. And again, we are still at the commercial here. Let's see, Black says anyone would be better than Brian Ferris. I don't know about anyone now. I mean, do you guys think that Matt Patricia would be better than him? All right, and again here in the third quarter, 12 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Both teams had the football. Giants now will get a second crack at things in the second half to see if they can get something on the board here. They're down 28-0. Gonna line up in the shotgun. Snaps the ball. Gives it to the back. And Barkley picks up 6 yards here. The offense desperate to get something going here. Let's see. Braden said Matt Patricia's the better offensive coordinator. Up, Poor Brian. Just let him go. Just let him go. At that point, you don't even need an offensive coordinator at that point. You said, well, nobody could be worse. All right, they snap the ball, gives it here to Barkley, and Barkley's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. Now we got third down coming up here, third and short. Giants trying to get a first down, take it one step at a time. Third and 2. And the Giants still being dedicated to the ground game here, in which that's exactly what you have to do here. Third and 2, out of the shotgun, they snap the ball. Give it to Barkley. Barkley, look at Barkley go. And this is what they've been waiting on. A big play, big burst, picked up about 40 yards on the carry, taking the ball to the Eagles' 41-yard line. That time there was a massive gap. And so I guess the Eagles were thinking pass here. They got caught up in the wrong lanes. Nobody was up the middle. And let's see, Black says Barkley winding back the clock. That's usually the play that happens during fantasy football where you say to yourself, "Phew, at least I know that the guy's not going to go out there and drop an egg out there for me." So, all right, they snap the ball, get it to the back, and this is the backup in there, Matt Breida, and Breida's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. So now they're trying to keep that energy going here. You have to make this drive result in a touchdown if you're the Giants here. You have to keep this going. Second and 2 here. About 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Giants facing second and 3 from the 34-yard line of the Eagles. They stop the ball, throw the ball quickly there to James. And so James, he's going to pick up the first down there, picks up 3 yards on the play. So that's going to be a first down here, first and 10 from the Eagles' 31-yard line. All right, so we got 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. All right, so here we go. First and 10. Jones trying to make something happen. They got 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Got to hurry up. 3 seconds, and they're forced to burn a timeout. You don't want to burn a timeout this early in the second half when you're down 28-0 like this. Here in the third quarter, 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go. That's a timeout that you really, really would like to hold on to if you can help it. But that time, the play clock was about to expire, so he just went ahead and called timeout. All right, so here we go. First and 10. All right, so first and 10 here. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third. All right, they got Barkley in the backfield. Jones is going to line up under center here. Multiple tight ends on the play. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. They snap the ball, give to Barkley off the right guard. And he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. We got second and 7 coming up right now. All right, here we go. Second and 7. Giants in the shotgun. They've got trips at the bottom of the formation. Now we got a tight end going in motion here. They snap the ball. Jones throws it over the middle, and James catches it. I feel like every time James gets the ball, he's always about 2 yards, 3 yards, and then contact hits him right after. But that time he picked up 6 yards, and so we got third down coming up here, third and 1. with the score still 28-0, Eagles over the Giants. But the Giants, their only concern right now, just get a score on the board, take it from there. 3rd and 1. Who's going to win this matchup? Okay, snaps the ball, fakes it. Jones on the move, looking. He's going to scramble, uses his legs, and picks up the first down. Picked up about 3 yards on the play. So now we got first down here, 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 19-yard line. So far in this drive, their best drive so far of the game, but can they make it count? 8 plays, 69 yards, and under 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Got to make it count for something, though. All right, 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Ball at the Eagles' 19-yard line. They snap the ball with 2 seconds. Jones in the pocket. Jones on the move. Jones throws it, and it's going to be completed by Richie James, and that's going to be a first down. Picked up 11 yards on the play. And so, Miss Seabrooks, what's good with you? What's good with you? Appreciate you for coming through. How are you doing? And she says hi. And so, yeah, how are you doing? And appreciate you for coming through. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. Back goes in motion. Matt Breida. 2 backs on the play. Now Jones goes in motion, and Barkley's going to take the snap here. He's going to run the Wildcat, and look at that. They went after the wrong running back, and that is a touchdown for the Giants. How about that? A direct snap. You put Jones out there in motion, and then everybody went after Barkley, but it was Matt Breida that got the ball. That time the defense guessed incorrectly. How about that little play right there? I wonder how many times they worked on that in practice. And the way that Barkley gave the ball so quickly, I thought he kept it. I really thought he had kept it the way he handed off so quickly. So the Giants get on the scoreboard here in the 3rd quarter. Black says touchdown. Extra point is up, and it is good. And after last Monday's performance, it's good to see kickers making extra points out here. But nice score. Matt Breida, 8-yard touchdown run, and the Giants, they're down 28-7. We'll see how their defense responds and how the Eagles respond to this here in the 3rd quarter with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And so let's see. Seabrook says Giants win. Let's see. Black says full. The cameraman too. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was about to say Barkley with the ball. It took a minute though, because that was a great fake that he did. A great fake there. I'm sorry, a great handoff there, because I thought it was a fake. It just happened too fast. So excellent job. Fooled me. Fooled the cameraman. Fooled the defense. And hey, it worked. But yeah, that is big right there for the Giants, but there's still plenty of work to do if you're rooting for the Giants in this one. All right, meanwhile, through 10 votes here, 8 people have chosen the 49ers will advance. 2 have chosen the Cowboys. And we are at the commercial. Let's see. Braden says, JB, who do you think the Packers should go with, Rodgers or Love? At this point, Braden, I feel like you guys are in a relationship that's not taking either of you where you want to be. Rodgers wants to be admired. He wants to chase MVPs. Packers, they want to try to, see what the future's going to be. They're thinking about the future. They're thinking about the Super Bowl. Rodgers is thinking about that next payday and stuff like that. So honestly, I feel like it is time to move on from Aaron Rodgers. He's been holding the Packers hostage long enough. And clearly the Packers, you drafted Jordan Love for a reason. When you made the decision to draft Jordan Love, at some point you knew you were going to have to pull the plug. And so why not make the trade, get a lot of collateral back from making that trade of giving away Aaron Rodgers, and continue to build this team for the future. You guys drafted some good rookies last year. They just need to calm down in terms of being mature and stop trying to fight the medical staff. But aside from that, They're good for the future, so continue to build guys, get young guys, and that'll help the longevity of the Green Bay Packers if they're able to get something in return for Rodgers rather than he actually decide that he's done and you guys don't get nothing back. So I would personally try to move on from Aaron Rodgers at this point. Let him go somewhere else and let Green Bay just, move forward. After seeing how Seattle did getting rid of Wilson, it may just work out. It may work out. It may work out. Honestly, it may just work out. But that's what I would do if I was the GM of the Green Bay Packers. All right, so kickoff about to be on the way here for the Giants. All right, kickoff on the way. All right, so the Eagles will take over from their own 25-yard line. Let's see. Brandon says, "Agreed, JB. It's time to move on and rebuild for the future." Yes, and so especially what you can get back in return, trading a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Right now, you have to do it. If you wait one more season, you risk that maybe his value won't even be the same. You make that trade this year, I promise you, a team like the Jets, you're gonna get him, and you're gonna get him real good. Gonna get them real good. All right, so here we go for Philly from their own 25-yard line. They've got Scott the back in the backfield. They snap the ball, fake it to Scott. Hurts still got it. Gonna take a nice pass, nice touch, and gets it right to the tight end there. Big play, 23 yards, and a first down here for Philly. That's a 1st and 10 here from the Eagles' 48-yard line. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Let's see. Black says Roger said, "Screw y'all." He's coming back to continue the abusive relationship he has with Packer fans. All right, here we go. 10 seconds left to go in the play clock here. Third down here. I'm sorry, third quarter with 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go here. Snaps the ball on 1st and 10. Give it to the back in the back. Still Scott. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first. We got 2nd and 1 coming up from the Giants' 43-yard line. Braden says, "I don't think we'll get as much for him as we would have last year if we traded him." And so that may be true, but I still feel like there would be a lot of things and a lot of things you guys can get back in return. Believe me, the Jets are desperate enough to make it happen. Let's see. Miss Seabrook says it's tied. And let's see. Braden says LOL. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1, 5 minutes to go here in the third. Eagles with the football up 28-7. They snap the ball to the shotgun, gives it to Scott, and so Scott moving his feet, picks up 3 yards on the carry and a first down. So now the Eagles are looking at 1st and 10 from the Giants' 40-yard line. If you're the Eagles, you're thinking, move the ball, take off anywhere between 4 to 7 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock, score a touchdown. The less chances they have, the more that you keep a team from coming back on you. It's the art of finishing the game. Meanwhile, if you're the Giants, you got to get this stop. Your offense just showed you that they can score, but they cannot allow the Eagles to go right back and score and answer. You can't let that happen. When the Jaguars came back against the Chargers, the defense stepped up and did not allow them to get more than 3 points in that second half. And so the Giants must be able to recreate something similar to that, especially defensively. Here we go. Shotgun here for the Eagles. Hurts with it. Hurts. Oh, he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. I believe the Eagles recovered it, but let's see. Oh, that was potentially a big time play right there. Braden says fumble. Black says he looked confused. Yeah, you saw the way that he faked it to the opposite side of where the running back was. I feel like there was a mix-up on that play for sure. An excellent job by the defender there to knock that ball loose. The only thing is you got to fall on that loose ball. It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. Braden says fumble. All right, but the Eagles maintain possession of the football here, and the clock continues to run here in the third quarter. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 2nd and 16, 5 wide. They snap the ball. Quick pass there to Smith. Smith, he catches the ball, but he hit the ground immediately, so he lost a yard on the play. We got third down coming up here. 3rd and about 17 coming up. Ball at the Giants' 47-yard line. All right, let's see. Miss Seabrook says it's tied. And again, 14 votes in and 71% believe in the 49ers to advance over the Cowboys. Again, that will be the game that I will be streaming tomorrow. But right now, we're looking at third and long here for the Eagles. So the Giants, this is your chance to get off the field here, So just keep everything in front of you and don't allow them to get in field goal range either if you're the Giants. 3 seconds right now in the play clock. They snap the ball. Hurts looking, throws it to Smith low, and so Smith trying to get them close to field goal range. That takes it to the Giants 38-yard line here. And so fourth down coming up, 4th and 8. He picked up 9 yards on the play. James says, let's go defense. Standing up for his defense. James believes in his defense. He's been consistent this entire stream. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let's see. Like says it's tied, and so all right. So here we go. Here the punter's coming out, and again the score: Eagles 28, Giants 7. Look at this. Are they gonna try to fake it here? Let's see. They're probably just trying to draw the penalty to make it closer for a field goal. I mean, 8 yards is way too far for a fake. And so since they couldn't draw them off sides, they'll take the penalty so they can have extra room to work with this punt. And so, woo, what's good with you? And you say 28-7. Yep, that is the score right now, 28-7 with the Eagles over the Giants right now. But yeah, what's good with you? I will say I've paying attention to the Eagles when it comes to special teams, and even that 2 point. Well, they didn't go for two earlier, but they just lined up in pretense of going for two, and so they've clearly talked about situational football and stuff like that. And they've practiced a lot on special teams in those situations. That part is very obvious. But after the punt here, Giants will take over with the football from their own 7-yard line right now. So Daniel Jones and company here late in the third quarter with 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go. They scored a touchdown last time out there, and that was fueled by Saquon Barkley. He started things there, and then it was contagious. Let's see if they can keep things going here on this drive. And so if they can find a way to score a touchdown on this drive, we'll have ourselves a game again. Let's see. All right, let's see. And again, 15 votes in and 73% believe in the 49ers right now for the Cowboys. All right, let's see. Will says, cool and ready to take, ready to hit that sleep. I hear you. I hear you. Absolutely. But hey, appreciate you for coming through. Thanks for stopping through for sure. And so, yes, right now this game could get very interesting should the Giants be able to score, but we'll see if that'll be the case or not. But deep within their own territory from their own 7-yard line, we'll see what they can do as soon as we get back from the commercial. With just 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Seasons are on the line. Two teams that played each other twice in the regular season. Eagles got the best of them, but what matters is who wins in the playoffs. That's what matters. And against the commercial here. But just to recap how everybody's doing so far in this one, let's look at both of these quarterbacks. So Daniel Jones, I'll start with him. He is 9 of 15 so far, 77 yards through the air, no passing touchdowns, one interception. But on the ground as a team for the Giants, they have 15 carries for 92 yards and a rushing touchdown courtesy of Matt Breida on an 8-yard run. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 15 of 21, a buck 49, two touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked once. Meanwhile, on the ground for the Eagles, 30 carries for 152 yards, and Miles Sanders is responsible for almost half of that as he has 75 yards on the ground. But Jalen Hurts, he's got 30 yards on the ground off of 8 carries and a rushing touchdown. And Boston Scott, 4 carries, 25 yards, and a rushing touchdown. All right, so back to the game we go with just 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Giants take the snap, Daniel Jones is going to keep it. He beats Graham to the outside before he's pushed out of bounds by Darius Slay. And we see 5 yards picked up on the play. So we got second down coming up here, 2nd and 5 from the Giants' 12-yard line. Very important drive right now for the Giants here because this will be crucial if you can score again. Your defense is playing much better, but you have to be able to score because, quite frankly, you're not going to get all that many opportunities here on out if you don't score here. Giants get the ball out of the shotgun, throws it, complete it to the receiver. They're going to stop his forward progress there, and Slater picks up 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 1 coming up here from their own 19-yard line. So again, you want to get this first down here. 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. All right, so here we go, 3rd and 1. Got a fullback in the backfield. Jones takes the snap from up under center, and he gets the first down there. Picked up a nice 3 yards on that one. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter there. So at the end of the third quarter, the Eagles lead 28-7. But the Giants scored last time. They have the football right now, but they're going to need one heck of a fourth quarter to pull this one off. And I mean one heck of a fourth quarter. But anything is possible. Let's see. And so, but yeah, I mean, so far at the end of the third, both teams at or above 100 yards rushing on the ground, as the Giants now have 100 yards total on the ground so far in this one. And Richie James has been the busy receiver here for the Giants. He's caught half of their catches so far in this one. 5 catches for 37 yards so far in this one. Got to have some big plays in this one. You got to have some big plays, and you need more. Whether it's Saquon Barkley, you just put him out there in space, throwing it to him out the backfield, him, Breda, those two guys. You need a big play here if you're the Giants. You're going to need at least a couple big plays in this one. But again, we are at the commercial with 3 quarters currently down and one more to go. Eagles up 28-7, but Giants with the football facing the 1st and 10 from around their own 19. Braden says Giants are 6-0 against number 1 seeds. James says at least it's not a blowout. And so, absolutely, absolutely, yes, absolutely. But with the football right now, I mean, if they can just find a way to punch this one into the end zone, Daniel Jones may need to hit like a deep pass or just get something to pick up like a 40-plus yard play or something so they can score relatively quickly with less than like 2 minutes off the clock, 2, 3 minutes. That'll be ideal if you're the Giants. Braden says that looks like it's going to end tonight. And so, hey, well, we saw earlier Trevor Lawrence lost his first game on a Saturday. A stat that they kept throwing out there, but he lost his first Saturday game, you could say. All right, so getting ready to return to the action here shortly to start off the fourth quarter in this one, separated by 21 points right now. Eagles up 28-7, but the Giants here. Last chance to make this one a game and try to make it interesting, and you just never know. But you got to give yourself an opportunity. I thought we saw 80 celebrating in the stands. All right, so here we go for the Giants here from their own 19-yard line in the shotgun. Need a big play here. Who's going to step up for this team? Takes the snap out of the shotgun, fakes it to the back. Jones throws it to the back. Barkley catches it. Barkley takes on the contact. Whoops, makes somebody miss there. Still on his feet, and they're going to stop his forward progress, but he picked up about 19 yards on the play. Got to hurry up. I would be running the hurry up offense right now. We need a sense of urgency if you're the Giants. But excellent job there by Saquon. All right, 1st and 10, shotgun here, 3 receivers at the top of the screen. Gonna throw it there to James. So James, he's gonna pick up about 9 yards on the play. Takes the ball to the Giants' 47-yard line. Right now they got Barkley on the sideline here. Something appears. Guess he might be a little banged up over there on the sideline. Let's see. Braden says, "Yeah, that was 80s." You saw it too. You saw it too. I'm pretty sure. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1. They snap the ball. Jones on the move, looking, still looking. Holds it to the last second before he goes out of bounds. Should have just thrown that ball away. Now you're looking at 3rd and long when it could have been just 3rd and 1. You really should have threw that ball away. Braden says, "Hit that white button like it's Madden." Yes. All right, here we go. Let's see. James says, "How bad of an injury does Patrick Mahomes have, and will it affect him next week?" Meanwhile, pass is thrown and it's incomplete. 4th down coming up, 4th and 6 from the Giants' 42-yard line. And so that is a very good question, James, in which I want to continue to monitor myself with his ankle and stuff like that. Obviously, I feel like we'll get a lot more details by the time Monday hits in terms of the severity of it. But it's definitely gonna impact them next week. Like I'm pretty certain it'll still be impacting them next week. And that is my concern for Kansas City. I feel like that is my concern. Now, clearly, he has the arm and stuff like that, but if the offensive line struggles and he has to move around to try to extend plays, that's where it's going to hurt him at the most. Meanwhile, punt on the way, I thought it had a chance to be blocked, but let's see, it goes out of bounds there at about the Eagles' 18-yard line. Let's see, Old says he will put any amount of money that he will play. And so, yeah, I fully expect that he's going to play and stuff like that. But how will it impact his play? That's an entirely different situation. But yeah, I fully expect him to go out there and suit up and play. We saw what he did already, so he'll be out there. Let's see, Old says that's why they need the Bengals to. That's why you need the Bengals to win. And so, yeah, that does have me concerned though moving forward. But again, we are here in the 4th quarter right now, and after that punt, it is the Eagles with the football here. They'll be starting off from their own 18-yard line. Again, they lead this one 28-7 here. And if you're the Eagles, the only thing you're thinking about is scoring and taking off as much time as you can. If you're the Giants, though, that drive did hurt. Because I don't get it. Why would you step out of bounds and lose about 4 or 5 yards when all you have to do, you're already out of the pocket, just throw the ball away, and then you save time and you save the yardage that you lost on that play. And again, I was referring to the 2nd down play. Let's see. Oh, it says time to milk the clock. And so that's my favorite go-to on the game. Turn on milk clock and go out there and run it out. But yeah, this has the kind of feel that if the Eagles end up getting points on this drive, that's a wrap. But again, there is around 13 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. And again, just a reminder that I will be streaming the Cowboys and 49ers game tomorrow. So hopefully that'll be a good one there. How do you guys feel about the whole Shannon Sharp versus the Grizzlies bench situation that played out? I forgot to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about that? How did you guys feel about that? All right, so here we go. Getting ready to return back to the action here. All right, they snap the ball here, give it to the back and the back, up the middle. And so Sanders, he's running. He takes it all the way to the Eagles' 30-yard line. And that's a 1st down, picked up 12 yards on the play. And that's all you want to see if you're the Eagles. You just want to see that clock continues to move the ball and then moving the chains. That's exactly what you want if you're Philly. All right, so we go 1st and 10 here. Two tight ends, two receivers. Sanders is the back. Snaps the ball, gives it to Sanders, and Sanders again up the middle. Picks up about 3, 4 yards on the carry. Now we got 2nd down coming up here. All right, they're going to go ahead and make a substitution here at the back. They're going to bring in Boston Scott. 12 minutes left to go here in the game. From their own 33-yard line. 2nd and 7 here for the Eagles. They snap it. They give it to Scott. Scott tries to break it outside. Scott showing his speed there. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. Bringing up 3rd and 1 from the Eagles' 38-yard line. Braden says, all I know it's been interesting last couple of days for Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. And so, yeah, all that stuff that happened between him and the guys on the Grizzlies and stuff like that, I was like, come on now. I tell you what, though, I hope people support me the way that Shannon supports LeBron James. I know that much. If he ain't got no one else back, he got Bron's back. Let's see, Brady says probably not the smartest decision by Shannon Sharp trashing an NBA player. I mean, where they snapping on 3rd and 2. And so Hurts picks up the 1st down using his legs as he's done so many times this season. Picked up 4 yards on the play. And so 11 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, they're up 28-7. And so hanging with Cheesehead, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? How are you doing? And so Braden says, I meant last couple weeks. And so, yeah, I mean, it seems like he's been, making headlines a lot. Not going to lie. And you say, wow, good game. And so, hey, Eagles up 28-7 right now. And they are controlling the football. And more importantly, right now, controlling the clock. But they snap the ball on 1st and 10. Give it again to the back. And Scott's going to get brought down after picking up 2 yards on the play. And I said this before, the Eagles are well equipped because of their rotation at back. Because of the fact you got to think about it, whether the back's going to get it, whether Jalen Hurts is going to keep it, all that stuff, and you still got to respect the passing game. So you spot them a lead like that, it is so tough to come back against a team like this. They were built for this moment. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8. They snap the ball. Giants trying to bring pressure. They throw it, and it's caught by A.J. Brown, and then he goes down after picking that up. Picked up about 5 yards on the play. 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the 4th. So 3rd and 3 coming up here. With every 1st down that comes up here, you are taking off at least a good minute, minute and a half. The 3rd and 3. Can the Giants get them off the field? The Giants defense, time's running out. If you're the Giants, you got to make that stop. All right, here we go. Trips at the bottom of the formation here. 2 seconds to go. Watkins goes in motion. They snap the ball at the last second. Give it to Gaineswell. And Gaineswell, he means well for the Eagles here. Taking the ball to the Giants' 35-yard line and a 1st down. Picking up 16 yards in the process. That clock continues to run. And this team continues to move the ball deeper and deeper into Giants territory. 1st and 10 right now from the Giants' 35-yard line. Let's see. Braden says Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman look like twin brothers. You know what? You can almost just about say that right now. But big 1st down there for the Eagles. All right now 1st and 10. 1 second here. And come on now. At some point, you got to call the penalty here. You got to call the penalty. They called it delay of the game. So things were working very well there for the Eagles, but delay of the game right there. Here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 18 seconds here. Maybe this will help the Giants out defensively. All right, meanwhile, while we have the time here, thanks to the penalty, who's going to advance? Well, we've got 19 votes in and 68% believe in the 49ers advancing. But here we go for the Eagles here. Snap the ball, going to give it to the back again, and the back trying to fight forward. And Gainesville's going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. Now we got second and 12 coming up here from the Giants 37-yard line. 8 minutes to go. Let's not forget the Giants did burn a timeout earlier. I remember they burned a timeout earlier. So let's see how this plays out. Look at that, 194 yards rushing. They're about to hit that 200-yard mark. We got second and 12 right now. Current drive already 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go. I'm sorry, in terms of time of possession off the clock. They're in the shotgun. They snap the ball, fake it to the back. Hurts looking. Gonna take a shot. He had a man, but he overthrew A.J. Brown. Overthrew him. A.J. Brown knows that's one that he wanted to have there. Oh, man, just overthrew him. I wonder if there is something going on maybe with his hamstring. Something minor, but I don't know. Every time he goes down, it looks like to me that he's at least grabbing towards it. Let's see. Braden said, "Did you know the Eagles O line made a Christmas album?" You know what? I feel like I heard that before, Braden. I feel like I did hear that before. All right, but here we go. Third and 12. An opportunity still for the Giants right now. If you can just get a stop here. But for the Eagles, they're going to hand the ball off to Gainesville. And look at that. Gainesville spinning, taking the contact, moving, fighting, everything. He refused to be denied. Picked up the first down. That was all heart from there. That was all heart from there. He picked up that first down. He wanted it bad enough. More than the defense wanted to stop him. So that is a first down there for Philly. 12 yards on the play. First and 10 from the Giants' 25-yard line. That's how you tell the coach, hey, give me more carries. Let's see. O says, you seen that too, JV? Something up with him? Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. I think Jalen Hurts threw it based upon how his normal speed would be, but I feel like something is going on with his hamstring. It won't matter this game, but little stuff like that will make a big difference against the 49ers, a team in which they're probably going to have to pass the ball more against them. Well, assuming it's the 49ers or the Cowboys even, because the Cowboys, they've got that pass rush, so you're going to need A.J. Brown in the next game. Let's see. Brandon says the one thing the Eagles are doing different than Chargers did is run the ball and take time off the clock. Yes, and they're very methodical to how they're doing it right now. I mean, this is textbook how you draw it up. Because, like, even early in the first quarter, they were snapping the ball with less than 10 seconds to go on the play clock. They're doing an excellent job of milking every single possible second that they can and then running the ball to keep it moving. But this time, they opt to pass the ball as soon as I say that. Give it to Smith before Smith's taken out of bounds there. 5 minutes and 52 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. There is a penalty. Now, there is a penalty that should move them back. I believe this is going to be, an eligible receiver downfield. So, therefore, backs them up. Let's see. It says, I'm shocked the Eagles still have him playing. And so, I mean, I'm sure the coaching staff probably just hasn't noticed it as bad. But, just there's no need for it right now. There's no need for it. Especially having running deep routes like that. All right, but now we're looking at first and 15. Let's see. Braden says they've taken over 8 minutes off the clock. And so, yes, and I had a feeling. That's why I said this team is built to do it, because I've been watching how they just run their plays, not just today, but all season. So they do a great job at that. They give the ball here to the back. Gainesville's going to pick up about 2 yards, 3 yards on the play. Second down coming up. Let's see. I believe we have a timeout called. Okay, so we got a timeout called here. But yeah, Eagles are putting on a clinic for how you finish a game. I hope the Chargers are watching this. I really do. This is how you close out a game. All right, but we're going to hit the commercial here. And while we're at the commercial so far, let's recap how everybody's been doing so far today, statistically speaking. And so we'll start with Jalen Hurts. He is 16 of 23 for 154 yards through the air, two passing touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked once. For Daniel Jones, he's 12 of 19 for 109 yards, no passing touchdowns, one interception, sacked three times today. You can't let Daniel Jones get sacked. He did carry the ball those six times for 24 yards. Saquon Barkley, 9 carries, 61 yards, and Matt Breida, 2 carries, 15 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Overall, the Giants have 100 yards rushing on the ground. Meanwhile, for Philly, Jalen Hurts, I mentioned his passing earlier. He's got 9 carries, 34 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Miles Sanders right now getting closer to that 100-yard mark, 17 carries for 90 yards. It's very possible his day could very well almost be done. Almost, I would say pretty much, I almost assume it should be. Boston Scott, he's got 6 carries for 32 yards. Kenneth Gainsbourg, 8 carries, 68 yards. I mean, heck, as a team, 224 yards on the ground rushing for the Eagles today. And so let's see. O says shots fired. And so 80s. What's good with you? What's good with you? And you say, what now, JB? What now? How dare you doubt my. JB never doubted the Eagles for a second. And let's see. You say, don't stop the stream. I don't care what Braden says. And so Braden did tell me to pull the plug earlier. He did say that. But hey, absolutely glad to hear from you. And so let's see. 80 says, did JB say heck? But I can only imagine what you're up to right now and how many drinks you're having right now. Let's see. Old says, what's good, 80s? Don't drink too much. Oh, you know he's going to. You know he's going to. He knows no limits today. No limits. He is going to drink one for every single point scored by the Eagles. 80 says that Braden is a plug puller. Oh, says LOL. 80 says, old man drinks on me. Braden says, no, I didn't, JB. All right, but again, Eagles right now in full control of this one, up 28-7. About 5 minutes and 32 seconds left to go. Giants already burning their second timeout. Here we go. Second and 12 here. And they're going to get the ball off. All right, and again, I mean, just to recap though for the Giants though, this season has been a success for the Giants here. I will say that. You think about what they were before that, and just to be able to make the playoffs and make it to the second round compared to the expectations prior to this season, this has been a good season for the Giants and something to build off of. But hey, appreciate that right there, 80s. You are again the real MVP. Appreciate the donation there. You say you're on bottle number 2. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. But appreciate that and appreciate you. And so I did tell the guys that you would be joining around fourth quarter, around that, like towards the end of the fourth quarter. I just had a feeling that you would definitely join. But man, look at the drive here for Philly. This has been a special drive. This is how you close out games. 3rd and 9 here. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Up 28-7. Snaps the ball. Hurts. Bootlegging. Looking. Throws it towards the end zone. Incomplete. Great job out of defensive back. Love getting in front of that one. Incomplete. That's going to stop the clock there. 4th down coming up. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And that should bring out the field goal unit here for the Philadelphia Eagles. But again, once again, thanks again for that super chat there. 80s, the man that keeps the lights on here at JB&M. Let's see. Old man says, man, 80s, I wish I was around you when you used to drink. I think we could have some Damon. And so, hey, 30-yard field goal attempt, though. Kick is up, and it is good. And so the Eagles extend the lead 31-7 here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. And so the Giants, they know the inevitable is about to happen here. So all they can do is just go out there and try to score. Let's see. 80 says, JB, I was too nervous to join earlier. Hashtag Braden Plug Buller. LOL. And so, hey, I understand. I understand. And so when I saw that they were up 28-0, I was like, yep, we're definitely going to see 80s towards the end of this one. And so let's see. Let's see. Oh, it says damage. And so, yeah, your phone's still giving you difficulties, I see. Let's see. Mike says Eagles milked a lot of that clock, and so yes, they did. It was a fantastic drive. That's how you honestly close a drive, and so I mean that's textbook. I could not have written it any better, other than obviously finishing with a touchdown. But your league's so big that, anyways, making it from 3 possession to 4 possession, this game's already a wrap. It's already done. We're just enjoying the final minutes of this here contest, and we'll be back again tomorrow to watch the Cowboys and the 49ers square off against each other. And of course, prior to that, the Bengals and the Bills will be playing each other, and so that will be hopefully a good one as well. I'm looking forward to seeing that one, but I will be streaming the Cowboys and 49ers. Let's see, 80 says that he says, I bet I can throw the football over the mountains. Go Napoleon Dynamite, LOL. Oh, wow. Yep, he's definitely on the second one here, but hey, we love it. We love it. And again, getting ready to come back here from the commercial. Let's see. 80 says, what is black drinking? Oh, it says, 80s, who do you want the Eagles to face? And so, if I know 80s here, he does not want the Cowboys to win. But if the Cowboys did beat the 49ers, I would assume that he would take great pleasure in ending their season. I would have to assume that. But that is a good question, though. Who would he prefer his Eagles play? All right, again here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go, and the Eagles up 31-7. Let's see, 80 says, Niners, I want the Arlington Cowboys to lose every game as possible. And so, I had a feeling that you would say that. And let's see, Pigeon Goats, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? And you say you're new. Hey, appreciate you for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Glad to have you here. If you don't mind, let us know, I guess, who's your favorite team. But thanks for coming through. Meanwhile, the Giants here, they're going to return it at the 15-20 and brought down at the 23-yard line here. And so that's where the Giants will take over this one, trailing 31-7. And so even though they're losing right now, it has been a great season so far. Now, you look at the interaction on the sideline there with A.J. Brown. And so, yeah, got to keep A.J. Brown engaged there. But, yeah, I'm not liking the body language there from A.J. Brown on the sideline. 80 says Braden, he needs a refill. And so let's see. Finch says Packers. And so, okay, bet. I should ask you the same question that Braden asked earlier in terms of just what do you want the Packers to do next year? Should they bring Aaron Rodgers back next year? Or do you want them to trade Aaron Rodgers, get some stuff back, some draft picks back, and move on to Jordan Love? What would you like to see happen? And so Braden says, cheers, 80s. Let's see, 80 says, JB, what's wrong with AJ? And so I'm wondering, is he upset because maybe his hamstring, I felt like his hamstring looked like it was bothering him earlier, but this looks like this could be different. Again, I can't hear what they're saying on TV if they're explaining it, but I don't know. Meanwhile, Daniel Jones, oh, you had a man wide open, Jones. Wide open. Wide open. I'm trying to defend you to Giant Nation, saying that you can be the guy for them, and you miss a wide open guy like that. I mean, the receiver did touch the ball, but still. I mean, Richie James, he's having a career game if nobody else is for the Giants. You know what? That's on James there. That's on James. On the replay there, that's on James. It was there. It was there. Wow. But yeah, I do want to know myself, what is wrong with AJ? Why is he disengaged? Your team's winning. I know you didn't have the game that you wanted, but I mean, it's the playoffs. Jones hit from behind. My goodness. What a hit that was. Wow. Giants recovered it, but man, that is a hit right there from behind and knocked that ball out. Wow. Let's see. Pigeon says Jordan Love should play, I think. And so, okay, bet. Let's see. Braden says he's a Packers fan too. And so, yeah, as we all agree, I feel like it is time right now. Trade Rodgers, get what you can get back for him, and move forward with the future. If you can get some picks back and take advantage of those picks, you'll be better in the long run. Because right now with Rodgers, you're not getting a Super Bowl. And ultimately, the goal is to get a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, Jones throws it. And oh, what a pass there for a first down. There was fourth down. And he got the completion there to Johnson. Let's see. Braden says fumble. Oh, says, dang, he was wide open. It doesn't get more open than that. I promise you that. Let's see. Eddie says, JB, don't defend Giant Nation. You said, don't you remember the helmet catch? How could I forget? 80s, how could I forget? Let's see. Oh, says he definitely should have caught that. Pigeon says fumble. Braden says yes, 80s. All right, here we go to the shotgun. Jones looking. Jones. They got him. They got him again for the sack. And so he is just being sacked and sacked and sacked over and over and over again. Let's see. 80 says, old man say, Eagles fly, Eagles. Pigeon says, but Jordan Love should play. And so, yes, he definitely should play. The time is now. You got to see what you got in him, honestly. Meanwhile, they throw the ball down low and caught by the tight end. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Excellent tackle. Kept him in bounce. Third down coming up. Let's see. Old says, Eagles fly, Eagles. You say you're sorry, 80s, but you can't. All right, so here we go. Third and 8 out of the shotgun. Jones looking, fires the ball. Incomplete. He was going for Richie James there. Incomplete. Great coverage. Fourth down coming up here. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in this one. We still got the 2-minute warning. Giants still got one timeout, but what is it good for? Absolutely nothing at this point because the Eagles will be advancing to the next round. That part we know is certain. At this point, it's just the formality of just finishing the game strong. But here we go. Fourth and 8. Down 31-7. They snap the ball. Jones looking. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. Could have been picked off there. Incomplete. So the ball will now turn over. Let's see. 80 says, old man, bend the knee. LOL. Oh, man, look at the smile. Look at the admiration. Everybody's in good spirit with the exception of A.J. Brown over there. But everybody else is in good spirit for the Eagles. I do want to know what is going on with A.J. Brown. That is really what I'm thinking about right now because they're going to need him the rest of the way. Let's see. Pigeon says, nope. Old says, I can't 80s, but what I can say is let's go to 6-time Super Bowl champs, the New England Patriots. There you go. That's all you need to say there. But here in the fourth, 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. Eagles with the football here. And let's see if they're able to run this one out. They give it to the back here. Gainesville picks up about 3 yards on the play. Let's see. 80 says, JB and Braden sing the Eagles fight song. Braden says the Giants did their job last week. Thank you for your service. Hey, they did. They did all that Braden wanted them to do. But yeah, I'm definitely be looking to see if AJ Brown's hamstring pulls up on the injury report and stuff like that. But everything else has been great here for the Eagles. They came out and they played Eagles football. You're not going to beat the Eagles when they're playing Eagles football. You got to find a way to stop them. All right, they snap the ball. Got the backups in here. Let's see, Pigeon says, I'm at Disney World right now at the hotel. And so, oh, bet. Nice. Great way to start off the first month of the year down there at Disney. Nice. Let's see, Braden says, fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Eagles. Braden's all in. He's all in. He's decided what wagon he's going to attach himself to here. He is all in with the Eagles. All right, so yes, we are at that 2 minute warning, and when we come back, the Eagles will go ahead and ice this one. This is a wrap. Congratulations, Philly. I'll start it now. Congratulations, you took care of business. You came out there. You look like the number one seed should look, and hey, congratulations. That's what you want. Domination, no injury, well, no major injuries and stuff like that. That is great. And hey, for the division to have three teams make it to the divisional round, hey, that is huge. That is huge. All right, so there is a penalty here. That's going to be a false start. Going to move him back 5 yards here. Let's see. Old says, I got all my music ready if and hopefully when Buffalo loses. Let's see. 80 says, the Pats won the Super Bowl in the past. As a great poet of our time once said, name's Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? And so 80s, it's like that. 80s, you guys haven't even hosted the trophy, at least not yet, and you're already taking shots. Wow. And let's see. Gainswell, he says he's got other plans. He's not interested in running out the clock. He wants to run up the scoreboard here. He says it's a divisional game. This is what we do. So he scores a touchdown. Wow. Braden says touchdown. 80 says thanks, Braden. Braden says LOL. And so Squeaky Duck, what's good with ya? What's good with you? Love to see the new faces here. New faces and new places. Love to see it. But man, the Eagles, they're just having a party right here. And 37-7 right now. I mean, what are we going to do next? Do one of those old-fashioned barefoot drop kicks here to make it interesting? They're doing some of everything today. And so, all right, here we go. Extra point is up and good. And so 80 says touchdown. There'll be no GameStop in my future, 80s. No GameStop. Squeaky's enjoying the moment, though. But that time, Kenneth Gainwell said, you know what? He wants to go over 100 yards rushing, and he has. 12 carries, 112 yards on the ground, and a rushing touchdown. Wow. Let's see. Oh, it says that's so disrespectful. If the Giants had any respect, that would at least start a fight. And let's see. Pigeon says, come on. Says Giants come back all the way. This is insane. Yeah, Giant fans are not happy about that. I mean, all you had to do really is just go out there and just slide once you got the first down. This game could have been over, but old dude said, you know what? Forget that. He wants a touchdown here. It's a party. But the Giants are not liking this party. Wow, but this is just rubbing it in. This is rubbing it in. I mean, all the way in. Let's see. 80 says, I heard JB disappeared at the wedding and Black had to pull him out of the GameStop. That would be savage right there if I had done that. But no, that did not happen. Meanwhile, the Giants here on the return. He's at the 10, 15, 25. Brought down at the Giants 28-yard line. Let's see. Pigeon says Vikings game again. Oh man, this is just. Oh, here we go. And again, the Eagles will advance. But tomorrow, Cowboys and 49ers, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. All right, so for the Giants, trailing right now 38-7 here with a minute and 45 seconds left to go. One timeout left to their name. They're going to go ahead and run the ball. And he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. Let's see. 80 says, rub it in just like JB's favorite ribs, LOL. Braden said, JB, that happened, LOL. And so that did not happen, Braden. That did not happen. All right, snaps the ball, gives it here to the back and the back. Oh, he's met there by the lineman. And so we've got third down coming up. Yeah, Eagles are in all-out party mode right now. That was Jordan Davis with the tackle there, big Jordan Davis. Let's see, Pigeon says, all right, so you say you want the Cowboys to win, and so, hey, it's going to be a good one tomorrow. It's going to be a good one tomorrow. At least I'm hoping that's the case here. 3rd and 2. Pass to James. Oh, man, James got stuck on that play. Buddy held onto the ball, got the first down, but what a hit. 80 says, JB, whose cholesterol is higher, the Cowboys coach or the Giants? And so, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Big Mike, I don't know, but I'm going to say the Giants, though. I'm going to say the Giants. All right, Jones looking, throws over the middle, and all right, a incompletion there. Right now, the Eagles, they're just sticking anybody who dares come near the football at this point. They don't even care if you catch the ball. They just want to hit at this point. Yeah, it goes back to what old man said earlier. If the Giants still had any type of respect and all like that, they would have started a fight the way that some of these Eagles are out here just pushing them like that. Like they're really pushing it. All right, first NFC Championship game appearance since 2017. All right, let's see. Pigeon says, I only want the Cowboys to win. It's because they have Mike McCarthy. And so, okay, with the Packer connection, I got you. Meanwhile, they give the ball here to the back, and the back, he's going to go ahead and run the ball. Just run this one out. This one is a wrap. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. And, hey, for the Giants, I mean, you had a good season. You exceeded expectations. You have something to build off of. But now you know the gap between you and this team right here, and you got a whole offseason to try to close that gap. But congratulations to Philly. Feeling special out there. Braden says, good night, JB. See you tomorrow. Yeah, good night to you. See you tomorrow. Let's see. 80 says, the Giants have no respect. They play on New Jersey and call New York. Oh, it says some of these Eagles are cocky and pushing it. All I know is I would have kicked out and fine. And so, yes, you can see that. Like, it's a lack of respect across the field for the Giants. But, hey, it's a division game, so I like it, sort of. 80 says, old man, bend that knee, LOL. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming through for this stream here. I will be back again tomorrow for the Cowboys and 49ers. Congratulations, 80s. Your team went out there and looked just like you guys have for just about all season long. This was a great performance by the Giants. I'm sorry, for the Eagles. As for the Giants, hey, better luck next year. But you saw some good things this year. The return of Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones' development. Some positives to build off of. But yes, great game for the Eagles. And let's see. Ode says, an okay game, but better stream. Hey, appreciate that. 80 says, JB is awesome. Hey, thank you so much for that, 80s. And hey, don't drink too much now, 80s. Don't drink too much now. And let's see. Pigeon says, I have you. And so, hey, I appreciate that. And thank you for coming through. And so, yes, going to go ahead and end this stream here. But yes, thanks again for coming through. You guys are the real MVP. And see you guys next time.